Yeah, we just showed up in time.
Nice. Hey, welcome to the first ever LA Kings Watch Along. I'm Laura, former Ice Crew here with my buddies Shaf and Schaefer. We're going to be watching along with you, so definitely tune into Bally Sports West because we are not broadcasting. We're simply watching, having fun, hanging out together. Boys, what do you think?
Well, it should be fun, yeah. Definitely like what Laura said. If you're not watching the game on Bally Sports West, you absolutely should be. Obviously, we are here tonight, but excited to be here. Shaf and I just got in from a game in San Jose last night, but made it back in time and excited to watch the game.
Yeah, Kings Oilers, right? Like, this has been playoff matchup last 2 years, and now very tight in the standings again, and could be a playoff matchup again this year. So, really good game that we picked to watch here because it's becoming a pretty big rivalry. It already was, but now kind of renewed already.
Yeah, 3 years in a row would be extreme.
It might be in the offing too, so it seems like there's a pretty good chance.
So, how do you guys know each other?
Well,
Situation.
somebody thought it was a good idea to make us work together. So that's kind of, I guess, how we got here, right? So just doing the game for the Rains, or doing all the games for the Rain, and that's kind of what we've been doing the last 3 years. And now, I don't know if Shaf and I are good luck, but for the third straight year, Rain have clinched a playoff spot. So looking forward to seeing how that goes the rest of the way.
Definitely, we have nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely not.
That has nothing. Yeah. We haven't hurt, that's true, but we didn't help either.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in stuff like that? Will you not walk under ladders and things like that? Are you know?
No, because the broadcaster's curse is something that everybody talks about. Where if a pitcher's throwing a no hitter, you're not supposed. Fans don't want you to talk about it. Or if somebody's got a shutout going, like you don't want to talk about how Aaron Dell's got a shutout going. But I don't believe in that. I think it's our job to do that. So I think he's probably the same way.
I don't know. I think I've been burned a couple times by talking about the shutout, so I probably won't talk about it.
Yeah. For all those things,
if Cam's playing well tonight, Cam Talbot's going to be in net for the Kings. I'm not saying anything. I don't need Cam to come after me. So, but
fair enough.
My brother is a huge hockey fan. He always wears in the playoffs. He wears the same jersey, and he refuses to wash it until as long as they're winning, he won't wash it. And I'm like, Dave, eventually you gotta wash.
Just tell him to pick a different superstition. You could be superstitious, but maybe just not that one.
Right, it's affecting the people around you.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's working.
So I have a big thing. I think Josh does this too, but I don't like to wear any colors of the team that we're playing.
Yeah.
So like for games, I'll show up and like if we're playing a team that has red. Like I will make sure that none of my outfit has that kind of shade of red on it because I got burned in college. I showed up we were playing Boston College, and I wore like crimson and gold outfit, and we lost like 8-1 that day. So
that's on you.
After that, from then on, I've not worn any colors of the opponents. Now for the Kings and Rain, it's really easy. Just wear black and white, all the time.
Mixed in some purple ties. Now I'm going to be completely honest. So I do the same thing. But Saturday is our Star Wars night, and I got a new tie, and it's kind of blue and orange. And the Rain are playing the Bakersfield Condors, who are blue and orange. So I might have to. I don't know. I really like the tie.
Star Wars colors are blue and orange.
No, I mean it's just I've also got a pair of Star Wars socks that are blue and orange. So I was gonna rock with that, but I don't know if that's the vibe now. I think I might just have to go for it though. So.
I mean, you do whatever you want, but if we lose to Bakersfield and you're wearing the Bakersfield colors, now you could tell people you're wearing Mets colors.
I wouldn't do that either. I would not
Mets
do that
are blue
either.
and orange.
And I'm certainly
Big Mets
not,
fan.
and of course, obviously with tonight, I'm certainly not going to say that it's Oilers colors either. So, which of course, the Bakersfield Condors are the affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers. So,
there we go.
It kind of goes both ways. But yeah, the Kings and the Oilers obviously in that playoff push as well. The Rain and the Bakersfield Condors have been in that playoff push as well. So it's kind of been fun to see how both of those teams in the organization are facing off with another pair of affiliates. And obviously we get to see one of them tonight.
Yeah, big night ahead. We might even have some surprise guests during this watch along, and we'll be answering questions in the chat, so chime in. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you, see what you're thinking while you're watching the game, and we're just here to have some fun. See what happens tonight. Should be a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also got our producer Trevor is here as well, the in-house voice of the LA Kings.
There he is.
Whoops, sorry.
How's it going, Trevor?
Oh, it's going great.
He's just producing this thing, trying to get the hang of it.
Not busy at all. You know, we're floating through. Here we go.
Yeah,
ready for some hockey.
He's trying to produce, and we're like, Trevor, say some things.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll probably by the second period we'll get around to it, but you know.
There we
That
are.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Somebody should tell Kings PR that we're doing this because Justin Cummings just tried to call me. So just try to tell him, hey,
From Edmonton?
Yeah, he's live at the game. I don't know what he needed to tell me. I told him if you want, I can answer the call live on the show.
Yeah,
but-
tell him to tune in. Let's get some in-house folks in the building at Rogers Place to get
Maybe
us
he just
some-
wanted to pull it up on the video board in Rogers. I
That'd
don't
be
know how
cool.
they'd feel about that.
Last few seconds up there.
Yeah.
Probably not great.
Have you been to a Kings game not in LA? You've gone to an away game?
Yeah.
Where?
Working or not working?
Either.
Trying to think about not working. Working, yes.
What were you doing?
Well, so earlier this year, I got to go on a trip with the Kings.
Nice.
Saw 3 games. Went 3-0. Just saying. Wins in New Jersey, and then a win in Boston. Brant Clark's overtime winner, his first goal, and then the third game was in Pittsburgh, which was really fun. Jaromir Jagr's jersey retired that night, and the Kings won all those games. Probably more about Victor Arvidsson than about me because he played in all 3 of those games. But
debatable.
hey, I was there too. So that was a couple road games that I've seen. I don't know that I've seen the Kings in another building.
I have seen the Kings I went to school in Arizona. It's funny, we were just talking about this.
Took a whole, I don't
Yeah.
know, 3 minutes for that to come
Yeah,
There
it's
it
not.
is.
It
got
It just
it.
happens to come up. I don't know all the time.
It's not my fault. But yeah, so I went to school in the Phoenix area, so I would go and see them play the Coyotes whenever they were in town. And then since I guess I've actually seen them in Vegas, I think once as a fan. I just went to the game. And then we've done a couple of different games between mostly preseason. But Kings and Ducks preseason, and then in Anaheim, and then Kings
I've always
and
wanted
Knights.
to do that. It's not even that far of a drive, and I've just never done it.
Yeah, I think I've been to more Ducks games just as a spectator than working. I've been to Honda Center a bunch of times, but almost all of them have been for work in some sense. So, and then we did the preseason game in Vegas this year. It was mostly the Ontario Reign in the lineup for the Kings that night, and they beat a team that was full of NHL guys, and the last time they took the ice, they scored 9 goals to win the Stanley Cup. So that was pretty cool, but that was another working game too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do you like to be a fan in the place where you're outnumbered? Do you know what I mean?
yes,
It's
yes,
kind of fun.
I do.
especially
Yeah.
if
Josh
your
revels
team
in
is
this.
Oh,
winning.
it gives me life.
Yeah. I like to stir people up around me. So I went to a baseball game, and I'm from Detroit, so I was rooting for the Tigers, and this was a few years ago, and I was wildly outnumbered, and I was just having so much fun cheering for the team that was losing by 9 runs, and everyone around me was like, cut it out, cut it out. I'm just having fun here.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we might have our first special guest.
Oh,
Wow,
right.
look who it is, Bailey in the
Bailey.
house. How we doing? And he brought popcorn.
of course.
Popcorn, very nice.
Of course.
We love a watch along with Bailey.
If anyone wanted to keep these couches clean, Bailey just said,
Yeah, no.
that's not happening.
It's okay. At least there's nobody in an Oilers jersey, so we know nobody's getting. Well, I guess. Hold on. I was gonna say I don't think anybody's getting popcorn dumped on them, but I guess we can't confirm.
Right.
Because I feel like now that there's the popcorn here, it really is anybody. It's anybody's guess at this point.
I'm Kings all day, Bailey. Don't worry.
What are you looking at me for?
I say
I
go
don't like
for.
the Oilers. Oh, you're just asking us
Thank
if you want
you.
some popcorn? Yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, Bailey.
And now I'm making a mess right before puck drop
Here we
too.
go.
And so the Oilers are wearing those navy blue jerseys again. Jared, thoughts?
None. Why do I care about the Oilers jerseys?
You like them better than the normal blue ones?
Oh, wow.
Indifferent.
Interesting.
Speaking about jerseys, though, we got a poll about jerseys tonight.
No Oilers jerseys. No Oilers jerseys.
I wonder if Bailey will
Kings
vote
only.
for the current jersey that Bailey's wearing, or if Bailey likes a different one.
Maybe.
Bailey, do you want to see the poll? I mean,
Yeah, we got the poll here pulled up. Which Kings jersey is your favorite?
you can let me know which one to vote for.
Yeah, make sure if you're watching at home, obviously you've got the game on too. And also, if you see that poll going, you can scan that QR code on your phone and then check out the poll right there and vote for your favorite Kings jersey.
Yeah, so current poll, LA Kings jersey, which one's your favorite? Bailey, you can let me know which one to choose here. Forum blue and gold Gretzky era jersey, early 2000s Crown jersey, current Shield jersey, or the Chrome Dome alternate. Which one are you thinking?
Or other.
Or other, right.
We're not limiting you, Bailey.
Got one?
Oh, it worked. Nice. Uh-huh.
Which one?
Whoa. Bit of a dangerous hit behind the net there. Hope everybody's okay.
You know, they're gonna get a
Gonna be
penalty on the Oilers.
Penalty on the Oilers.
Uh-oh.
Doughty
Who's
maybe
Drew?
a little bit shaken. Oh, all right. So this is starting already.
Are we shocked that Corey Perry's was on the ice for this?
No.
Trying to get your
No.
vote in here, Bailey. It was this one? Gretzky era.
Oh.
We have official word
Nice.
from Bailey.
I like it.
Gretzky era
era.
jersey.
I like
I
it.
almost that was my runner-up.
Yeah.
I almost voted for that.
That's what I went with. Ooh, that's a big hit behind the net too.
knee on knee.
Yeah, it's knee on knee. It's knee on knee. It's pretty clear.
Kane,
Kane.
fresh off the scratch.
Yep.
Tripping. Okay.
Okay.
Not kneeing, but
Not knee on knee. So they'll go trip.
I mean, it
Early,
seemed like it was knee on knee though.
it looked like it was knee on knee. At least
Drew's smiling. This
He's
is a
laughing
good
about
thing.
it. So, hey, but an early power play. Honestly, I can't see the time. The camera's in the way.
18.
18, 20. Yeah.
We knew it was early.
Yeah. Early. So an early power play opportunity.
Bailey, is this the jersey you were? That's the one. This is what Bailey likes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, the Gretzky era.
Yep.
I voted for the Chrome Dome.
The Chrome Dome is a fun alternate.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
It's different. Not a lot of teams go with it.
Well, I'm not I didn't grow up as a Kings fan, so maybe I have more of an affinity as it's a more recent thing for me, but I think it's great.
It was fun on the ice crew. We would coordinate when it was Chrome Dome games. We would wear our silver jacket, and
Nice.
it was fun.
It's a little extra.
Yeah, little theme. I love a good theme.
Yeah.
A few of those games, the first year that we were here, there were a couple of games where I filled in for Nick on radio, and they were the Chrome Dome games.
Yeah.
So I took my charts and I would change the logos on the charts to
Nice.
match what the team was wearing.
Nice.
I try to do that for the Reign whenever they're wearing specialty jerseys too.
Yeah.
But this year I pretty much forgot every time, so I just did. I know,
Right.
Bailey. I know. But I like the jersey that Bailey's wearing right now. too.
Bailey's a big fan of the Reign specialty jerseys. That's why he got so mad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think an early goal, too, for the Kings would be really big. I mean, obviously you want to take the early lead, but especially in Edmonton,
Yeah.
kind of set the tone a little bit.
Yeah.
Goal on a power play is always fun too.
I should know this. I know that the Kings shut out Edmonton earlier this season. Was that the most recent meeting? I think so.
Bailey says yes.
Bailey says yes.
Bailey says yes.
I trust Bailey
Yeah.
with the stats.
Pretty sure. It was a while ago, though. That's why. I don't know if they saw each other since then.
That was right after the All-Star break, right? It was the first
Yeah.
game after the All-Star
Yeah.
break. 2 games after? No, it was the first game. First game.
I know Riddick was in goal. That's what I know. He had the shutout.
Most recent was actually the 26th of February in Edmonton. Lost 4-2.
Oof.
That's why we got Trevor.
It's all right,
no.
Bailey. It's all right. You're a
But
busy
we did
guy.
really
You
love
got a
that
lot on your
4-0.
mind.
Well, that's why I remember the 4-0.
We really loved that 4-0 win. I'm just
That was the only time I think they've ever met. That and the Miracle on Manchester. The only two meetings between the Kings and the Oilers. That's it. I know.
Bailey, I got a question texted to me
Nice.
from my nephew
I was gonna
Luke,
say.
who's watching. He wants to know if you think the Kings will score first. That's a yes, Luke.
Uh-oh.
Kings are coming.
It's the popcorn just
I
goes
love the
flying out of
confidence
Bailey's teeth.
from Bailey. There it is.
Kings are defending a lot. Ooh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's going to be a penalty. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Dreisaitl's going to get a penalty here, too.
Yeah, looks like they're taking both.
Well, boys, you know what that means.
Open ice.
Means something
No, it
else,
means
too.
that someone's going to the penalty.
Someone's
Oh,
got to go to
no.
our penalty box
No.
and see what's inside.
And Lizzo didn't even do anything wrong here. Can't blame him.
Oh, no. There's a look at the penalty box, too.
We got to find out what the penalty was for first before we.
So,
But what happens if it's offsetting? Like we still have to do it?
I think you have to do it. I think you should do it.
What?
You seem to
I
be
didn't say- I
avoiding
didn't do
it more
anything
than
wrong.
the rest of us.
the
so I
popcorn
think-
stuck to Bailey's hand is pointing directly at you. That means you have to go to the penalty box.
I just missed that. Replay.
Yeah. Lazat's saying that he didn't,
See, look, Dreisaitl's in the box.
but it's
know.
offsetting. It's
All
not
right.
what's the ruling here?
No, it's
Producer
the ruling,
Trev?
The ruling was that we still have to do it, I guess.
I mean, Bailey made it very clear.
Yeah.
All right. So what do I have to do?
There's a penalty
let's
in
see.
the box. In the penalty box.
So I got to get up and get it?
yeah.
Here, I'll hold your computer for you.
No, I got it.
There's a minute and a half left in the penalty.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah, what's in there?
Let's see what's in the box.
What's in the box?
What is it? Oh, big save.
Yep. Just go
Big
ahead and
save
lift
by
that
Talbs.
curtain. Yep. And your penalty is you got to wear the bucket.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Shaft's got...
CCM, proud partner of the AHL.
Yeah.
So
Cage
you
him up. Look at that. That's great.
Chin strap too.
Yeah, make sure you strap it all up and buckle it up.
There it is.
Full safety. Hey, NCAA tournament's going on too. Shaft looks like he's ready to go with the full cage.
I think it's too tight. It's a youth helmet.
Yeah, I don't know if
can make it a
that'll
little
fit
bigger.
over my
I can make it
hair.
a little bigger.
Oh, no.
Oh, Bailey.
See, this is whoever tried to make me wear this helmet.
Bailey,
Oh.
that's 2 against
That's
you
bad luck.
tonight.
Oh, man.
Was that a 4-on-4
Jeez.
goal?
Yes, it was. Oh, no.
Well, that means the penalty's still active, right?
All right.
Yep, it means the penalty's
keep
still
it on.
active.
It's all right, Bailey.
Bailey's going to
a
hide
lot
for
of game
little bit.
left.
Right,
Just getting started.
Right after he said that the Kings were scoring first.
I know it. I know it.
Oh, on the rebound, too.
Oh,
McDavid. That's tough.
yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah, one-timer.
All right,
27th
Bailey.
goal.
It's over. It's okay.
Yeah, no more replays.
Here we go.
Oh man, still 118 left on that 4-on-4.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's pretty quick. The Kings only have one shot, too.
Well, they just had a second.
Well, there's your second.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's a good save.
oh. See, it's tough because the Oilers are one of those teams where, like, when there's more open ice, they usually like to take advantage of that, too.
Oh, Arvidsson always shooting. Oh, What'd they blow that dead for?
Yeah, what's the whistle for?
Oh my God.
Goaltender's equipment.
Goaltender's equipment?
How's your equipment?
He just made the save. Yeah, what about that?
Shaft looks like he's ready to make a save.
The penalty's still going now. We got a
Yeah,
media
you gotta keep
timeout,
it
and I still got to wear the helmet.
So what?
And we're not even shorthanded. This seems just wrong.
I think it seems right. I think it's good.
I think you look good.
Yeah.
I think you should stay in that for the rest of the night. You should wear it home.
Do you two actively play hockey anywhere?
I don't.
No.
No. I honestly, I should, but we just have so much going on with the rain that
Yeah.
it's tough with the schedule. We're on the road. In the summer, try to do some drop in here and there, but
Okay, so when you do drop in,
Yeah.
what are the unwritten rules? What are the you know when you're at the gym and if someone's standing near a machine that you're using and they're like kind of
Yeah.
signaling it's time for you to get off. What are those kind of rules about drop in hockey?
well, I think you don't. I don't know. You don't want to be celebrating when you score. You kind of gotta.
Interesting.
If you're just dropping in and you're playing beer league hockey, like
Yeah.
you're not going down the line and high fiving the
Sure.
bench, and you're not hugging everybody. Like you just maybe if it's like a really nice play, you can give someone like a fist bump, like hey, nice.
But you
nice
can't
play.
initiate it if you're the one that scored. You want
Probably
someone-
not.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a hot shot out
Yeah.
there because you're playing beer league hockey.
That's interesting. I would not have thought of that.
You know, because like when you watch an NHL game and like there's a goal, it's full on
Yeah.
celebration,
Yeah.
everybody. But like if you're just playing beer league and you score, you just
Right.
kind of head back to the
I say
other
play
side.
every
Interesting.
beer league game like it is Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final.
And
Like,
that
why would
right
you
there,
not?
High
that right there is why
stakes.
Josh does not play beer league hockey.
Yeah.
You don't play either.
No, but if I did, I don't know if
If you
Game
did,
7,
you
but
might not make it out of there alive.
I'm thinking
Start a
like
brawl.
I'm thinking like when Dustin Brown's shot was deflected in Game 6, 2012 Stanley Cup Final
Wow.
with the full
That
fist
serious.
bump. Yeah.
Yes.
Because Dustin Brown never celebrated, right? But that one he did. 2 in a row. He celebrated the goal. I'm doing that.
Josh,
Okay.
that is a psychotic take. I mean, you play Game 7 like it's the Cup Final, and somebody punches you in the face. We're all trying to go to work the next
That's
morning.
exactly
man.
it.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Come on.
it. The general rule is we all have to work another job that's not
Sure.
hockey. So, just take it easy.
Hey, but you're playing to win, and you know what? If you celebrate like that and you get punched in the face, guess who's going on the power play? You guys.
Boom, baby.
Right? You're giving your team a chance to win. It's not even about celebrating the goal. It's about winning the game.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing, Josh, when you play drop in, which is originally what I said I play, there are no referees to put you on the
Right.
power play.
Sure.
You just
You have to
throw
put
the puck down
yourself
the
in
ice to
box.
the other team.
Speaking of which, we are at full strength,
Oh,
so if
thank
you
God.
want to take it off, now's the time. I randomly attend a lot of drop-in hockey games. My husband plays at Valley Ice every once in a
Nice.
while, and I thought it was
So not randomly. Like
yeah,
you
I
have
guess
a reason.
randomly isn't the right word. I suppose infrequently would be a better word.
Sure,
I
sure.
drop in as a attendee
right.
You drop in
every
as a
once
fan,
in a while.
yeah.
Exactly. And the first time I went, I was like, oh, he played hockey in high school, but I didn't know him then. And I was like, gosh, I wish I could have watched you play hockey. And he's like, come to one of our games. So I did, assuming that was normal. No. Absolutely not. I'm the
In fact, I was
only
gonna
person
say
there.
the rest of everyone was probably like, "Whoa!"
His
like,
teammates were
got a
making
fan in
fun
the
of him
stands.
so much, and me being obnoxious, I'm against the glass, like pounding on the
No
glass.
way.
I'm like, I love you, you're doing great. He's like, stop.
He's like, "You're never coming again."
Exactly, yeah. But it's fun to go and be the only person there, and everyone's just kind of looking at you like, did you come here on purpose? Did you get lost? Should get Bailey at one of those.
Yeah.
That actually would be great.
Stir some things up.
Yeah.
Yep, getting all 2 fans fired up.
I'm gonna pay attention to that now, though, about the celebration. Next time I go, I'm gonna have an
Yeah.
eye out for that.
Yeah, you don't want nobody's celebrating.
That's
I
funny.
guarantee.
We've had some guys from our front office in Ontario actually play. They play in a beer league, and they have started going to the rink's website because they've always got like the kind of the static camera that's up filming the whole game.
Yeah.
So they've started going and getting the footage and just sending me the download link so that I could like edit like a highlight reel together. And one of them, and of course they're not celebrating because they don't
Sure.
do that. there's a couple of fist bumps or high fives or whatever.
Yeah.
This one guy actually scored a one-timer. Of course, the puck, like, knuckleballed into the net. Like, he didn't, like, get a lot on it. But I decided to go and get some, like, Ovechkin, like highlights. And I clipped the audio of some Ovechkin highlights over it and sent it out to the whole office. And, he definitely celebrated that one. He felt pretty fired up about it, so... Yeah, we've got a question coming in from Patrick behind the scenes. Patrick, what can we do for you?
There's a certain Emma in the chat.
I just saw that.
It says Josh can't even skate. Do you care to respond to that?
I don't know who that is. Just kidding. Yeah, no, my girlfriend.
Would she come to a game though if you did skate?
Yes, she came to my girlfriend Emma, who's now going after me in the comments section, I guess. Oh, loose puck in front, and stopped by Skinner. Kings nearly tied it. Which is more important. But anyway, we had some like office, like indoor soccer games that she came to. She was, of course, the only person there.
Love it.
right
Love
on.
a
But yeah,
supportive
I had to.
girlfriend.
Skinner might be hurt here.
Oh, that's not good.
They just ran right into him. He looks okay. He's at least going to try to get up.
They're almost look like
This is how Blake Lizotte plays, though. You know,
yeah.
that's why you love him.
There almost looked like there might have been a trip behind the goal too. But
He tried to stop.
Oh yeah,
he
wasn't-
tried to stop.
No,
he did hit Skinner, but he tried to. If you look at his left skate here, it like stuttered. He was
almost,
trying to stop.
He almost gets pushed by Cece a little bit too. I don't think that's a
There's no
penalty.
reason there's a penalty. I don't think you're
and I think Jim was just saying too that there was no penalty on the play originally.
No, yeah, I don't think they called anything.
Yeah. I think that's it. They're just
Yeah.
everybody's
Well,
all right.
Skinner looks okay.
Yeah. What were we talking about? How I can't skate?
Yes.
I can't
And-
skate
and
well is what I
there
would
we
like
go.
to point out.
Did you never play hockey?
I never played ice hockey. I played like street hockey growing
Okay.
up. I'm from here, so I
Okay.
never really got into ice hockey. I was showing Jared the highlights of the first Kings game I ever went to earlier.
Really?
And
Yeah.
and Luke Robitaille poked his head through the door and he's like, "What game is that?" I was like, "It's November 10th, 2007." He's like,
"Of
"I remember
course
that
it
game."
is." Yeah, yeah.
And he actually did. But yeah, so I didn't play hockey growing up. But my girlfriend has been urging me to take actual skating lessons from Daryl Evans.
Daryl
So
is the best coach when it comes to skating. I
Yeah, the guy skates with no laces.
It's
in.
insane.
That's insane.
It's actually insane. And I'm from Detroit and grew up. My brothers play hockey, etc. So I'm comfortable on skates, but I wasn't actually a good skater. And I still wouldn't call myself a great skater, but I have certainly improved so much from my time on the ice crew. Daryl teaching us how to skate, doing all these crazy drills and stuff, and he makes it look so easy.
Oh.
He actually has no laces, and
It's crazy.
It's a lot of fun.
yeah, I have been skating more in the last year than really in the rest of my life.
Okay, and has it improved?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. But one thing that I've heard Daryl
play.
say multiple times about
Yeah.
when he was trying to learn how to skate was that he needed to get enrolled in like power skating classes,
Okay.
and that's when he really learned how to skate. So I think that if Daryl gave me some power skating lessons,
There you go.
I think that I'd be okay. Now, when am I going to have the time to do that at the moment? I'm not sure.
Right.
But I'm sure at some point Daryl and I can try to find some ice time and we can try to work something out.
I bet you both would enjoy that.
I bet he would probably enjoy it more than I would.
You know what? Josh and I were looking at the March Madness pool for the King's office, the rankings. None other than Daryl. I think he's like 5th or 6th
Of
in
course
the
he
whole
is.
office. I didn't know the guy watched basketball. Didn't know he paid attention. But
Does he?
Daryl doesn't miss a beat.
It's unbelievable.
He doesn't miss a beat.
But Daryl,
Even if he doesn't watch, he still knows the right games to pick.
Daryl might not have watched a game of the tournament, but still be like, "Oh yeah," and then like tell you like
Yeah.
why teams are gonna win.
And be top 10 in our office pool.
Yeah.
Speaking of March Madness for you,
Oh,
God.
no.
No, that's good news for you.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is.
Nice.
Look at that final score. The school from Tucson has lost, Bailey. That's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Bailey, you don't root for those guys.
I actually have to admit that in my March Madness bracket, I specifically picked Arizona to win, go to the Final Four, just because I wanted to see Josh be angry
Just
if
in
they were
spite.
winning.
I picked,
And that would have been double exciting for me to have my bracket be right and also watch Josh suffer.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
I picked
exactly the reason why I picked
I
them.
picked U of A to lose in the second round to Dayton, not just out of spite, which of course it was, but also because there is not a better tradition in March Madness than U of A having high expectations and losing in the second round. So
Nice
I
save here.
thought they were going to lose to Dayton. Dayton gave them a fight for about 15 minutes, and then that was pretty much it.
Oh,
Look at
whoa,
this.
whoa! Blake Lizotte might
Fogle
be
going after Lizotte.
Lizzo might be the most unpopular person in the province of Alberta right now.
Jeez.
That's the way you like it.
Yeah. They just called a penalty.
Is there blood?
Did they call a penalty? It sounded like they
sure.
called a
They
penalty.
had to,
But
right?
Pull up the Kings lineup. Kings, honestly, Josh, kind of surprising. First time in quite a while they're going with
12 forwards and 6 defense today,
yeah.
which is not something that Jim Hiller's been doing. It's been 11-7.
and Arthur Kaliev is in the lineup for LA, and
The Kings did make an announcement while we were on air here that Jacob Moverari has been loaned to the Ontario Reign. So,
All right.
yeah, going to put me to work
There
in the
you
middle
go.
of this live stream.
I
I
think
guys-
we know what that
go,
phone
I
call
gotta go
was for.
update the Ontario Reign website. Pretty
I
quick.
wanted when you told us that you were getting a phone call from the Kings. I was thinking who's coming down or who's going up.
Who's going
but-
up? I was afraid they're about to pull up Akil Thomas or something.
Yeah, Akil Thomas has been really good as well. Let's see here. So there was after this last whistle, the Kings still down, but I know we've been trying earlier before this. My phone's yelling at me. Before this, my watch before this game went live, we were watching some March Madness games. Laura, did you make a bracket?
I did not.
Oh.
I didn't. I should have. I probably. I'm not good with that. My husband is. He did make a bracket. He was rooting for Michigan State, where we're from, and had they won, they would have played at Crypto this
Right.
Saturday.
Who would have been in this? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was ready to buy tickets, but didn't go that way. So yeah. But I did not. Did you make a bracket?
I did. I have, I think, UConn winning in every bracket. I did. Maybe I had somebody else going on. I think I had Iowa State going on a run. They are playing
Illinois.
tonight. Is that another one that's in LA?
I don't know where that one is, but I know it's
no.
coming up.
Alabama, North Carolina's got to be the other LA
No,
one.
the
I
North
think, right?
Carolina game is in LA.
North Carolina's in. Okay. So yeah, so I had Iowa State going on a decent run, but I think I've got UConn just like 90% of people. I think.
Bailey, you watch basketball too, or just okay? Yeah. Fan of all
Oh.
sports.
No penalty, it looks like, Josh. So
So you guys spend a lot of time together then. huh?
yeah.
Do you
Yep.
hang out outside of work? Are you strictly work friends? What's the dynamic?
Yeah, we've hung out outside of work.
Do you golf? You
No.
seem
No.
like people that would golf together. You don't.
I've got a mean short game, so
Yeah.
I'm absolutely lethal at mini golf.
Nice.
Which
Little putt
I
putt.
haven't had the chance to show off to Jared yet. But
Were
little
you not
putt-putt
there in
here.
Arizona when we played the glow in the dark mini golf? You probably were just
No.
doing your own thing.
Where'd you go?
We went to this place in Tempe.
Was it indoor?
Yeah, indoor.
In
Glow
Tempe.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark.
It was so good.
Fun.
It was that rookie tournament.
Oh, that's
we were
right.
with the Kings
That's right.
at rookie tournament in Arizona, and
It was amazing. It was glowing. It wasn't only glow in the dark mini golf. It was glow in the dark 3D
Whoa.
mini golf.
Do you have to wear
Wow.
glasses?
You had to wear 3D glasses,
That's
and there's
cool.
things that were
This
all over the
sounds
course.
really overstimulating, honestly.
It was
I feel
very
like I would not do well
overstimulating.
in
It
this
was
situation.
it was wild, but
This
it was
in
really
Tempe?
cool. Yeah, it was in Arizona.
Oh.
I don't know if it was in like I don't know
Close.
exactly. It was,
Where-
it was in that area.
Where I'm from, we have Pirates Cove.
Oh, Pirates
Yeah.
Cove is great.
So is that out here too?
No. Well, now Jared's going to make fun of me. But because now we've got ASU and another reference that's coming up. But
Great.
I worked in Massachusetts doing baseball for a couple of years, and they've got Pirates
Nice.
Coves out on Cape Cod.
Okay,
So
it's
we've
so
been out there.
fun.
Yeah.
Pirates everywhere. They've got little caves. You putt through caves.
First period's not over yet. We've talked about the Cape Cod
I know.
and Arizona.
Checking
I
them all
don't
off
know
the
what's
list.
next. I mean, that's the two.
Right. Well, the problem is we're just gonna hear those a couple more times.
No, I promise. That's it.
But yeah, mini golf. I'm not a big golfer. I like the par 3 in El Segundo. Hang out at the par 3. It's easy. I can't really mess up that bad.
Do you think mini golf is a fun date? I feel like it's a really stereotypical date.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I would do it. I mean, I don't know if
I
my wife would like that. She probably would hate it.
I think I would hate it as a date. As a fun thing to do with anyone.
Uh-oh.
I think it'd be great.
Penalty coming up on the Kings.
Uh-oh.
Hi,
Who's it
Bailey.
gonna be?
Bailey, did you miss? There's a potato chip on your nose. Yep, there
Is
it
that
is.
a lucky thing that Bailey's trying to do? 'Cause
Hopefully.
It's not working.
King's
He's
gonna need
take
another
him
big
out.
kill here. Yeah, I think it could be a good date. I feel like it's a stereotypical date. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like something that people do.
Right.
Um,
I think it's
but-
weird as a date.
Okay.
Because,
Because it's competition.
well, oh gosh. Chip stuck. There we go. Anyway, I think it's weird because if it's something you're doing, oftentimes at Pirates Cove, for example, you go with the family, you bring the kids. The adults get really into it, but it's one of those things that they pretend like are about the kids, you know, or is about the kids. But when it's just two adults playing mini golf, and you're like, am I holding it right? It's like, it feels a little like a movie from
I
the 80s.
think it depends on if
Yeah.
you like competition. Because like I have friends that would probably go on a date and they would like
Take it really
take it seriously and actually compete.
Yeah.
And they would have fun with that. Like that's
Yeah.
their thing. But like I would never go with my wife because she hates competition.
Okay.
And she would just be like, this isn't fun for me. I'm not going.
Sure.
So of course the morning that I got married, my friends took me mini golfing.
The morning of your wedding?
Well, it was kind of my second wedding because my first wedding was during COVID, so we'd already gotten
Okay.
married. But it was the
Okay.
it was the reception
Okay.
that we didn't have to have, and that morning they were like, we're going mini golfing. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing
I'm
anything.
going mini golfing.
I'm like, I'll go with you guys. And like we took, we had 8 people divided up into 2 teams. It was a team activity 4-on-4, and we totaled all the scores and see who won.
That is wild. That's a wild thing to do.
My
on your
wife
wedding
was getting
day.
ready, so she was, she was out.
You know what would be annoying about me on that type of date is that I am not super athletic nor competitive, but when I get lucky with things like that often, and then it just frustrates whoever I'm with so much, especially because it's
they're
so
competitive and they think
undeserved.
it's embarrassing.
Yes, and I'm like not looking, and it happens to go in. It's really annoying for the other person, but fun for me. I don't know if that would be a soup. Oh yeah, there we are.
guys.
Laugh is in the box.
Oh, this is tight.
I told you.
Oh, man.
I don't know how small they think our heads are. Clearly, my head is smaller than yours. We can.
Trev, can I get
Definitely.
a shot of this so I can see what... Oh, no.
Yeah. Patrick, embarrassing that you think our heads are this small.
This is as close as it's getting, guys. I've got a big head. There's a lot of knowledge up there, so...
And that's even more embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm in immeasurable pain.
Well, hopefully the Kings can get a quick kill.
Yeah, I'll be in more pain if the Kings give up another goal right here.
Well, speaking of your immeasurable knowledge, Allison in the chat asked, what's the craziest Kings game you've seen all season?
Ooh. All season?
Also, Allison, the Wild game where 10 guys got misconducts. Agreed.
Yes.
Insane. I hated it.
You hated that?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think some people liked it, you know?
It's
fun.
It's
Kings
so
won-
strange,
Kings
but
won.
try having to announce 10 names all at once, all getting a.
But now you can
10-minute
say you did it.
misconduct. That's true. Just like Sidney Crosby getting a game misconduct.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah, that
else
was
has ever done
something.
that.
Yeah.
And it was great.
That's interesting. That because I don't think I was watching that game live. I can't remember if the Reign had a game that night.
We were playing
or
that
what,
night, yeah.
But I remember like looking at the box score going, I'm sorry, did Sidney Crosby get a game misconduct? And had to go back and look at it. It's crazy. Going back to my immeasurable knowledge.
Well, did you answer the question that Trevor just
No,
posed?
I was going to answer the question.
Okay.
Smooth segue.
Thank you. Thank you. What? The helmet is squeezing the front and back of
save.
my head so hard.
I'll jump
But I
in.
can't- yeah,
I got
please.
a message on Instagram that every time you mention ASU, you should have to wear the helmet.
Oh, who's
I
that
like
from?
it.
That's
I
awesome.
like it.
I'm
I
in.
think we should.
I mean, you're never going to take that thing off the rest of the
Did
night.
I bring it up? Can we go back to the footage?
Did you bring it up? Of course.
No,
you
no.
did.
But wasn't it brought up before?
I think you brought it
Hold
up
on.
2
we
or 3 times.
we reviewed the tape.
Hold on. Does ASU? That's not going to stay up. Does it count as ASU if I just talk about U of A losing? Does that count? Because U of A lost,
that
and I
counts.
want to talk about it.
Because anytime Arizona's referenced, it's the same thing.
You brought up Arizona.
When did I?
And
bring
here
it
we
up?
are
You just
again
said you went
talking
mini
about
golfing in
Arizona.
Yeah. Trevor switched
But
the
like
camera
I
to
said,
Jared.
though, in that moment, I said, weren't you there? You obviously were in Arizona. With
I was
us.
not there though. I think I was out watching. Nope. Not gonna comment. I'm not gonna keep wearing this helmet. Let's just say it was a
All
college
right,
football
penalty's
Saturday.
over.
You're good.
Penalty's over. Take it off. Nice shot by QB. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Nice play.
Literally, you
lie.
can see the top of his head where circulation was cut off there.
Yeah.
Immeasurable.
Immeasurable.
That's a hilarious
be
adjective to choose to describe your helmet.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
For those of you in the chat who are asking what the score is, Bally Sports. Bally Sports West has the game.
We're just the side attraction.
That's a good way to
It's
describe
also
it.
in the upper left-hand.
Oh, there you go.
There it
Well,
is.
Even better. You don't even have
there
to.
you go. There you go. What was the original question, Trevor? I can't remember because
Craziest game
Whoa.
you've seen all
Heyo,
season.
thank you.
Also, Mike flying in with the good stuff.
of yeah. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, it's almost
Craziest
intermission.
game
I was
of
going
this
to go up
season?
and get one myself.
If I have,
got
thank you.
this great service.
If I have,
Oh, Bailey, sorry.
just add more
Maybe
chips
next
up there.
time.
Yeah, that would.
Here. We'll just-
There you go. If I had to go back, if I could go back to preseason, I would say that preseason game in Vegas was crazy. The Kings.
Wow.
The Kings
What a
were-
pull.
That
Yeah.
is a pull.
The Kings were down 2 or 3-0, and it was mostly the Ontario Reign against the team that literally had just won the Stanley Cup. And I know that it was the preseason, but it was an NHL roster. Mark Stone got obliterated by Hayden Hodgson. Akil Thomas had a hat trick, and the Reign come back. Or the Kings, but with all these Reign players, come back
Felt
and
like the Reign.
win the game in
They're wearing
overtime.
Kings jerseys.
Yeah, Tyler Madden scores the game-winning goal in overtime on Aiden Hill, who just hoisted the Stanley Cup a few months prior.
Yeah, you can
And,
you can still smell it on him.
yeah,
you can still
and-
smell the cup.
that was a crazy game. That was a crazy game. That's up there for
good
sure.
call.
Have you? We talked about going to other arenas. Have you been to a home game for the Kings this season?
Yes,
Yes.
too many.
Josh
yeah?
goes to a lot of games.
Too many.
Nice.
I do.
Josh attends like every sporting event that's happening.
Fun.
He's at like tons of games.
Great.
Yeah.
Josh, how was the Dodgers game today? I'm sure you
You
were there.
went
I did-
today?
no,
Oh
no,
my
no.
god.
No, we put it on. We put it on in the office and we
All
watched
right.
it. If I could have gone, I would have gone.
If we hadn't gone to San Jose with the rain yesterday and flew back today, Josh probably would have been there.
Not opening day.
Okay. How was the trip back, by the way?
It was quick.
Great.
I haven't been to San Jose. What is that? Just hour or something?
Oh, you want to hear about our trip to San
I
Jose?
would love to hear about your trip.
We stayed in a new hotel.
It's
That
not
was
a
not
new
new.
hotel. It was new for us.
New for us. We don't usually stay there.
Great.
But it's called it was a mansion, and we're pretty positive it was haunted.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that
I have questions about this.
yes, of course.
If it's a mansion, is this community bathroom style? What are the sleeping quarters like?
So actually,
It's been renovated into individual rooms.
Yeah.
Although
Okay.
Josh and I shared a room, so we shared a bathroom.
Well, of course. You shared a room, you two.
I have we typically
Always together.
Yeah, we're always together.
Yeah. I do have something that I like to call wiki fingers, which is like I just immediately Google things to find out more about them.
Okay.
So we're at this old historic place that is actually listed on the register of like historic places in the United States. It's like
wow.
I don't know if it's technically a state historic park or something like that.
This game's getting rough.
Yeah, it really is. Like right,
Like,
it kind of
most
ended pretty quick,
stoppages
but-
are just kind of. There's stuff going on. Here.
yeah. But we stay
what
at
you
this
like.
mansion, and we get into the room and I start looking it up because we were told
You
by
look
other
it up while you're already there.
yeah. Once we got there, it's this beautiful property, and it was big. Like
Amazing.
we when we were going back to our room, we were in the very back of this place, and
You
it
should have
took
seen
us
us
like
try to find
took
where
us like
our
15
room
minutes
was.
to walk through the hallway.
There was multiple
Wow.
staff that tried to give us directions to find our room because it was so like the mansion was so big, the grounds were so expansive,
yeah.
and there were separate buildings, so we had to check in the
Such
main
an
building.
interesting
I'm not
picture being
convinced
painted.
they knew where our room was.
Yes.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
so by the time we get to the room, I start looking it up, and I find out that in the early 1900s, this woman she was a widow. Her husband had passed away. He was like a wealthy entrepreneur in San Francisco. She was remarried, but she had 2 adult sons with her first husband. They all had families. So
Okay.
their big mansion burned down. It was made of wood. Not that that's relevant, but here we are.
Yeah.
So they commissioned a new
Flammable.
house.
Okay.
And it was intended to be a triple residence for the family. Whoa, there's Bailey on
Bailey?
Bally's.
Getting his moment on
Look at
TV.
that.
Let's
No
go,
potato
Bailey.
chips. A severe lack
Yeah,
of
you look
potato
a
chips,
little-
actually.
Next
little
year,
cleanlier.
when they record that,
On Bally's
Potato
here.
get
chips.
some potato chips.
Yeah. But it was commissioned to be this triple residence, which is why the place is huge and has like all these like extravagant like exterior entrances.
Okay.
And then eventually it was like
Trevor, you
supposed
might
be-
have to pull up a picture of this.
Yeah,
thing.
you might have to look up the Hayes Mansion in San Jose. We might need you to look something up here. But it was intended to be this triple residence. It was self-sufficient, so they had a railroad station, a post office, like all
It
this
sounds like a
farmland.
little city.
That's what it was supposed to be. It was like a compound. It had a
Wow.
power plant, and I think this is because of the way that the old house, I guess, burned down. It for the early 1900s. It was like state of the art for like fire safety.
Okay.
So we end up looking this up, and this was in the very early 1900s. The 2 sons and their families who lived there, the 2 sons went on to found like the Mercury News, which is like the huge newspaper in the Bay Area. So they made a lot of money, whatever.
Yeah.
But allegedly this place is now haunted. So I started looking up these stories to see if this place was actually haunted.
Okay.
Some of these articles and people's encounters with them, I felt like I could poke holes in. I refused to do that while we were on the premises. I'm not
Sure, you
messing
don't wanna
with that.
take that risk.
I'm not taking any risks. But then we actually had some players that were like asking about it and that were
Really?
interested in it. So I started telling them about what it was. One player I felt, once I started explaining, very quickly decided I am no longer interested in this conversation. Like, I don't want to know. I
Yeah.
don't want to go back there after the
I
game.
was that way from the beginning.
Okay.
I was not involved in any of the haunted stories that Josh was looking up.
Yeah.
I'm
but I
not-
heard all the Wikipedia that he was.
Yeah,
he was
Right.
I
telling
was
me
reading it
everything.
to him. Another player was like, I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's
like,
find
we're
it.
going ghost hunting tonight. We're
Yeah.
doing it at the
Let's play
hotel.
hide and seek.
We're finding it. The other player who was originally interested was immediately like, suddenly just went back to his food and was like very quiet. I was
Right.
like, well, I might have ruined.
Yeah, that
the
really
last night in
shows
this
your
hotel
true
for
colors
him.
there.
Yeah.
I'm not usually someone to believe in stuff like that, but I was in San Francisco, and I'm to a fault. I don't plan anything. I'm like, I'll figure it out when I get there. So I was just walking along San Francisco, and I needed somewhere to stay that night, and I was like, oh, this hotel looks cute. We'll see if they have any availability. They said they did. It was beautiful from the lobby. We're like, all right, this will be great. We get up to our room. It's one of those, those old keys that are literally, it's just like a stick with two little prongs. That was the key to get into the room. And we walk in, and it's all like red wallpaper, and there's no windows. It was the creepiest room ever. And we had just paid for the night,
Yeah.
And I started Googling. And when I searched it, immediately what came up, what really happened in room 413?
Oh, I don't like
Guess
that.
which room we're in?
No way.
413. I'm like, no, we're leaving.
Yep.
We go
See
downstairs.
ya.
We're like, ma'am, we haven't touched a thing. We haven't even used the bathroom. Can we please get a refund? And she did.
Really?
Yeah, she actually did, which was great. But
That's once I look up, that's like one of those articles that's like, oh, like the 10 like restaurants that you eat at that you don't want to know what goes on behind the scenes. You're like, exactly. I don't want to know what their kitchen looks like because I think the food tastes good.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
So this hotel, was it the Westin in San Jose?
It's called the Hayes
The
Mansion.
Hayes Mansion.
The Hayes Mansion. Okay, I found a different one that was haunted in San Jose.
San
That's the
Jose, what are
Westin.
we
Wow.
doing?
So
Wow. This is a whole thing.
And then there's the Shark Tank. So.
Yeah, and there's the Shark Tank. Actually, look at this. I'll even walk up to the camera. There are these silhouettes, like, on the walls in the hallway. Like, the second we walked in, Trev, which camera should I go to if I'm going to show this?
You gotta go to the small one here.
The small one?
Yeah.
All right, camera 2. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these silhouettes on the walls.
Oh, wow.
The second and none of them have faces.
You're too blurry. I can't. Oh, there you go.
None of them have faces.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
good.
I'm trying to find the lighting, right? None of them have faces. It's very creepy.
Although I don't think you're not in front of your mic. I don't know if anyone can hear you.
Oh. So, anyway, it's got all these random
You're
silhouettes
kidding.
on the walls. Look at this one. Can we get that? That was just painted on the wall outside our room. The second we walked in, I was like, "There's ghosts." I'm convinced immediately.
Guys, seriously, Bailey is so impressive right now.
Wow.
This
Wow.
reminds me.
This is dangerous.
Have you guys been to Runyon recently for a hike?
Not recently.
No.
Runyon Canyon. We
No.
we know it. We love it. There is a man there every single time I go.
Who balances
hiking,
chips on his head?
not chips, but a giant water bottle. And I see him. I don't go there that often, but every time I do, he's always there with a water bottle on his head.
Wow.
It's not just a me thing. This is like, he's famous at Runyon. I think we should get Bailey to do the hike with the chips on his head.
You look
I don't
good.
know when the last time Bailey did a hike, but nice.
There are the nods without the bowl of chips moving was impressive. There are chips though, kind of all over the front of Bailey. Were those chips that fell or okay?
There's a
fair
few on the
enough.
couch. We're working through them, picking at them occasionally. Still have some residual popcorn, but
Fair enough.
so
You said popcorn?
There it is.
So for your
there we go.
haunted
Good
hotel,
job, Trevor.
Yep.
I mean, this looks incredible. It looks
Oh,
immaculate.
incredible.
I want to go there.
Incredible it was.
Immaculate.
But at night, you know.
Also,
it's dark.
by the front door, and look, if I had not thought this place was haunted, this would not have bothered me. But when you walk through the front door, they're like playing like just piano music, and it's like very slow, and I'm sure it's supposed
Is
to
it
add
live,
to the ambiance.
or is it-
No, it's like recorded.
okay.
Or at least I think. We don't know, but it seemed like this piano recording, and the second we walked in, I was like, "Oh yeah, this place is haunted for sure. I can tell."
You could tell by the
It's
piano
just,
music.
and it's supposed. I'm sure it's supposed to be for like the old school kind of 1920s, 30s vibe. But for me, I was like haunted. Don't need to tell me
Sure.
twice. Yeah. So. I don't know about you.
Aside from the
I
haunted
slept
hotel.
great both nights we were
Okay,
there.
I was gonna ask. Aside from the haunted hotel, good trip overall.
Yeah, great trip. The Reign clinched a playoff spot while we were there.
There we go.
Got a win. Got some help from San Diego, who lost. So, great trip.
Perfect.
Yeah, we.
Oh, that's a good shot of the
this looks,
entranceway.
this looks like it could be significantly more haunted.
Yes.
Could be more.
And so
Yes.
the lobby, there's that lobby there, and on the right hand side there is like a room there where you go in, and there's all these fake books on the wall.
Yeah.
It was very, yeah.
But there was another. Apparently, there was a library on the premises. So there's a library because when I read one of these ghost articles, apparently the woman writing the article was like, "I'm gonna go to the front desk and ask." And the woman at the front desk was like, "Oh yes, somebody else has had a similar altercation. If you go,
Altercation.
I don't know if that's the right word because she said they were friendly ghosts, but I keep using the word altercation, and that's the
Okay.
word. You know what? I will take the blame for this. I think that's the word I used that made that one Reign player go, "Ooh, I'm out."
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't-
that was
you
the
don't want
one
an altercation
that
on
turned
your
him away.
hands.
Yeah. So she said that she after this what's a word? This meeting with the friendly ghost, she went to the front desk. The woman at the front desk was like, "Yes, somebody else has had something similar. You should go to the library," and pointed out a specific like book that described one of the ghosts, I guess. So that's where we're
They
at.
are identifiable.
I guess. I did not meet any of them personally, but probably no. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Just
there
throw
you
those
go.
anywhere.
Good job, Bailey.
Here, I'll take one.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bailey. There we go. Thanks for coming by.
Yep. Yeah. See you, Bailey.
See you in a bit, Bailey. So I had posted on my Instagram story a question box, and I take it my my audience is a little different from the two of you. So some of these questions I think would actually be more interesting to get your responses than mine. One of which, what is your skincare routine?
That's an excellent question.
What do we got? Do you have one?
No,
Let's start
none.
there.
Skincare routine. I wash my face every morning and every evening.
With what?
I've got like a foam like face soap.
It is specifically a face soap, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am an actor as well, and my first commercial that I booked when I moved here was the whole premise was like, guys, are you still using body wash to clean your face? And it was like, come on, you need real skincare kind of a thing. So now I just assume that all men are using body wash to clean their face.
No, actually, I don't know if I've ever done that, but like I
definitely don't do that, but I don't have a routine.
No routine.
So
Okay.
you have separate soaps or wash, right?
Yeah, not body wash.
Yeah. Okay.
You are married, yes?
Yeah.
Does your wife have a routine?
She actually does, yeah.
And you have not adopted it.
No.
Okay, so I've been married.
Emphatic no.
I've been married for exactly 3 months as of tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Congrats.
much. And
Whose is that?
ooh,
That's turkey avocado.
nice. That wasn't me. I got a salad.
Yeah. Jared?
Did you get turkey avocado?
I did not.
No, me
Sounds
neither.
great.
I love turkey avocado.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go Habsies. Anywho, so now being married for 3 months, my husband is all over his skincare routine.
Really?
Yes. He's got the retinol. He's doing it all. You probably don't know what retinol is. It's good for your skin.
Sounds like something. we
Yeah,
should
you
know.
put it on at night. But he's really transformed, and it's only been
Good for him.
Only been a few
How's
months.
the
yeah.
skin look, though? Is
Skin
it working?
is glowing. He looks great. Yeah, real
Yeah.
moisturized.
My wife made me do a face mask one time.
Fun
Whoa.
with the holes and everything.
Yeah,
around the
oh
eye.
yeah, she put it on me. I was petrified.
Yeah.
But I got through it.
They are weird and fun.
It was weird.
I will say.
It was a chicken farm.
Ooh.
My
Chicken
wife
parm.
did
Actually,
the
I think
exact
that's-
same thing, Shaff,
Yep.
and it was life changing.
You liked it?
Oh yeah.
Do you
It was
remember
great.
what it was? A lot of them are weird ingredients.
No, it was one of those like
Yeah, that one's me.
dollar bin kind of deals
Okay.
from Target.
Those
or
are
something like
great.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, it was great, and now it's a routine thing.
Oh, that's once you start, it's hard to stop.
Are you guys still live?
Oh yeah.
We are
come on in.
live.
All right. I was gonna come in earlier, but they
We got a new visitor. Yeah.
Got
Come
a
on in.
visitor. Come on in. You
Come
get to
on
sit
in.
where.
We got a new visitor.
Who's it gonna be?
Jesse, I know you got live before. You want a beer?
No, thank you. This is how you get ants.
Well,
We got a
Blake
mic here for
Bailey.
you.
Bailey's problem, but also we got to get Jesse a mic so
Got a
people can
mic
hear.
over here for you.
Yeah. Thank you. I said this is how you get ants.
Yeah. Just to catch you up, we were just talking about skincare.
Yeah, Jesse, you got a
Jesse, what's your
skincare
skincare
routine?
routine?
Yeah, what do you got? What's your secret?
I shower?
Nice. Burning question, do you use body wash to clean your face?
No.
You guys are
I
good.
shower.
You guys are
We're 3
good.
for 3.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
bad.
I will say this. Jared knows this. I don't do it every game, at least not yet. But I have started putting a little bit of like something on whenever we're on
Yeah?
camera.
A little like
Every once in a while.
gateway
do it tonight?
makeup.
I did not do it tonight. I was feeling pretty good.
What are you
Don't point at me.
His skincare routine's been working.
What are you dabbling in? Just like a little concealer or
Oh,
what?
I have no idea.
You don't know. It matches your
Looked
skin.
like it matched.
How do you not know?
Okay.
I don't know. Would you know?
So you're putting stuff on your face now that you don't know what it is.
I mean, it looks good.
As
If it
opposed
looks
to having
bad,
good-
I would hope that someone would tell me.
Right.
Well, we have had a few games where, when we have shot our open, it looks like my forehead would have better resolution than the arena's video board. Mm-hmm. So
Little
I
powder?
have had to, a little
Yeah.
bit. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Nothing wrong
Jesse
with that.
looks like he wants to say something.
I got nothing.
What do you think about the first period?
I thought it was intense. I thought
Yeah.
it felt like playoff hockey.
I agree with that.
We're getting there.
Yep.
So we remarked earlier that Blake Lizotte did not seem very popular tonight in Edmonton. What do you like about Blake Lizotte's game?
What's not to like about
Yeah.
Blake Lizotte's game? Every time he's on the ice, the puck's going the right direction. That's the quickest way I can say it.
Here's a question. So, they told us that when the Kings take a penalty, we have to go into the penalty box.
Yes, I saw. I was watching.
And so here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Because Blake Lizotte did take a penalty, but so did Leon Draisaitl. So it was 4-on-4. Do you think I still should have had to wear the helmet? Because the Kings weren't shorthanded.
I mean, that's
I need your take
that's a
on
question
this.
for that side of the room. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, Bailey
I was looking
was
to
the-
get you on my side.
Yeah.
Bailey said that he had to wear it. And then we asked Trevor to confirm, and he seconded.
I got no problem with it. I'm glad I didn't have to wear it because I heard Josh complaining about how small it was, and I have a large head,
It's
so
very
there's no
small.
chance it
Yeah,
was going to
it's
fit on
not-
me.
I don't think it'll fit on me, honestly. I have big hair, but I also have
Let's
a
just
big
hope the Kings
head.
don't take a penalty then.
I
because-
seriously.
For more reasons than one.
No,
right.
listen. When I was on the ice crew, and for theme games, they would give us hats to wear sometimes, and all the other girls would look so cute with their little hat, and mine, because my head is so big, the hat would like slowly scoop up throughout the game, or just fall off outside during.
You'd
Fan
be like,
Fest.
please don't make me wear this.
Yes, every time. It's surprising. It really is.
For some reason, that triggered a memory. I do want to weigh in on a conversation that happened during the first period.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The first game that I played pickup hockey in,
Oh.
my roommate at the time and I joined the same team. We had never played an organized game. We'd played tons of pickup games, but we'd never been on a team. We'd never been in a league before. So I curl around behind the net and backhand pass to my friend directly in front of the net. He scores it, and the both of us go absolutely psychotic, jumping into our arms, celebrating.
Which is not allowed, apparently.
Well, especially when the team you're playing against is a bunch of people who've never actually been on skates before.
Sure.
But we didn't know that, so
Yeah.
there I was breaking every
You were
rule
that
of
guy?
sport. I mean, I was, in my defense, I was like 21, 22, so
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Are there any other of those unwritten rules?
I don't believe in unwritten rule. I say if you score a nice goal, go sick. I don't care.
All right.
My feelings aren't going to get hurt just because it's beer league. Somebody told me you don't block shots in beer league. That's another one. I say nonsense to that. Block all the shots.
Again,
you can.
You want to win or not?
As Trevor
Yeah.
said, the rules are we have to go back to work after this.
Is it
You don't
game
block
7 or
shots.
not?
You got to be able to work.
I'm not going to say his name, but there is a guy in our office who has been injured twice now playing beer league hockey. So,
I want to win.
Was it his fault or someone else's?
I don't know.
Did
They
he
didn't
get
send
in the
me
way
those
of it?
highlights.
Did he get in the way of a shot?
Or did someone else hit him, and then someone else broke the rule? And now
Because
he's
hitting
paying
is
for it?
not allowed, yeah?
No.
Okay,
You
so...
have to work the next day.
Right. So I have a large family, active family group chat, and my brother-in-law Mike plays drop-in hockey. He somehow got his hands on footage from one of his games where I don't know what happened, but him and this guy collided so hard. And we're watching this video. It's so funny because it is drop-in hockey, but the whole family's going nuts about this video. It's the most exciting thing that's happened all week. The nephews got it on replay.
Like I said, there's a guy in our office who's now sending me highlights from their little league.
Right.
We've got a guy who just straight up cross-checked a guy in the back like 4 times. And I was like, I want that footage.
Yep, we need that for the
So
highlights.
not supposed to do that, but here we are.
Second
All
period
right,
underway.
second period. I have never been to a Kings game as a fan. I've been to probably
Really?
300 Kings games over my time working on the ice crew, but I've never gone and just sat there as a fan and had a beverage of choice and cheered in my own.
I have a question for Trevor. What is this plugged into?
It's plugged into this here board.
How's that work?
It's called wireless
Wirelessly.
technology,
I know,
bro.
but how does the board receive it? Is it Bluetooth?
It goes
No.
into
It's wireless
one of the
amp- wireless
inputs.
mic.
Oh, okay.
It's very technical.
I'm sure.
And
I'm sure the people listening are fascinated by this.
For this visual medium.
I'm
that
still
we have here.
curious. Is there like an XLR, like a wireless XLR receiver over there?
No, it's just a 3/8,
All right.
35 millimeter, whatever it's called.
Oh, 2 on
Here
1.
we go.
So
Right into the chest.
you've been, 300 games working.
Right.
Is there a game that stands out to you? So same question from earlier, but instead of craziest Kings game this season for us, what's the Kings game in your time working on
Yeah.
the ice crew that stands out to you?
Absolutely. The first home playoff game was the most exciting game I have ever been a part of. I've worked in the NHL for 7 years, and I had never been on the clock for a playoff game before. So when it finally happened, it was so highly anticipated and so exciting, and the place was packed. Fans were going nuts. We implemented all these new things for Ice Crew. We had all these cool signs. The lighting was insane. Everyone was so loud. Just the atmosphere in there was unmatched. And we won, I believe. Can't remember if it was overtime. Either way, it was a close game, and we ended up winning, and it was just the most electric feeling. And my sister-in-law got married. So there was game 3 was on Friday. Her wedding was on Saturday in Michigan.
Oh, wow.
And then game 4 was on Sunday. And I was like, I am not missing a playoff game.
Yeah.
So I
miss a playoff game.
worked game 3, flew home for exactly 24 hours, attended the wedding, flew back and worked game 4. It was a whirlwind,
Wow.
and it was so fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a great way to enter the playoff run.
Jesse, long shot. Jesse, now you have
Look at that. QB
been to
took
a
that
lot of
extra
Kings
shove. You
games
see that?
too. What is the best Kings game you've ever been to?
Like
Well,
ever been to?
either as a fan or
There's this one
Or-
game where the Kings won
Ever.
the Stanley Cup.
You know what?
I want the
I'm-
best game.
Game 4 against St. Louis in 2012.
I've heard a lot of people, wasn't in the organization back then, obviously, but I've had a lot of people give that answer. Out of the Cup run, I've
Yeah.
heard Game 4 2012.
That
against
game
St.
was
Louis.
incredible. It's the loudest I've ever heard the building, and probably a lot of that has to do with the timing of the game. Game 6 when they won the Cup, they were up, 5-1, Trev, in the third period, and then they won at 6-1. Whereas Game 4 against the Blues, it was an empty netter. It was Dustin Brown. It was the first sweep in franchise history. Getting out of the second round was sort of when you realized, oh, this could happen. By the time Game 6 happened, it was like, yeah, this will happen. So that's it for me. Plus, I don't like the Blues. I'm still bitter about 1998, so it was nice revenge for that.
How long do you hold on to that
Forever.
hatred? Like, there's no one on the Blues from their 1998 roster.
I
don't even know how many people
I thought
in
in
their front
2012 that I would be able to bury it, and that would be the end of it.
Nope.
I was incorrect.
Lives on.
Yeah.
How do you feel about playoff rivalries other than that one that the Kings have developed over the last few years? How long do those kind of grudges last for you?
Year to year.
Okay.
Like, I don't care about the Ducks. That was a one-time thing. It was great. We beat them. We'll have that over them until if and when we ever play again.
Oh, nice move.
But, like, we played Vancouver in 12 and 10, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any particular hatred for Vancouver anymore.
I don't know. It sounded like the other night on the postgame show. A lot of people were hating.
Listen. But that's more about the fan base and the interaction between the fan bases. The rosters turn over. It's a different team.
What about those? Obviously, it was just the one playoff series against the Coyotes, right? But even the next year or two in the regular season, it continued to boil
Does
over.
this count for Josh talking about Arizona? By
No,
now?
I'm asking hockey questions.
It's on the
Here's the
line.
helmet.
Yeah.
But
You're on thin ice, Josh.
so what about those ones? You know, the Coyotes, the Blackhawks that they met a couple of years in the conference finals. What do you think?
I don't care about the Coyotes. I know people. I don't subscribe to this tick that people have where if something happens twice, it's somehow a pattern. Mm-hmm. Something happens twice, it happens twice. So yeah, we played Chicago back to back in 13 and 14. It was a decade ago.
Yeah.
I don't. There's plenty of better reasons to be annoyed at the Blackhawks organization than the fact that they were really good at the same time as the Kings were. So I don't.
You are so funny. Like, you come on here, you're like, I hate the Blues.
Yeah, forever.
I'll never get over this.
Yeah.
No one's on their roster from that year.
To be
but
clear,
then the Blackhawks, it's fine. You know, you just played them twice.
to be clear,
it's all good.
we beat the Blackhawks in 14. So why am I mad at them?
No, I'm just saying
The
it's
Blues,
like
we were up 3-0 in a game, and they ran our goaltender. Then Sean O'Donnell took the guy behind the net to try and get a fight. He took a 5-minute
right.
major,
But what does that have
and
to
then
do
they
with the
scored 4
current
goals in
Blues
3.
team? Like, you
Oh,
can't get
well,
over it.
Because I was in the audience. I was a kid. It hurt my feelings, and their jerseys are terrible. I don't know what to tell you.
Sounds personal.
It is.
It's so personal. It's
To be
so
fair,
personal.
that's me
100%
with the Texas Longhorns. Like watching.
What have the
watching,
Texas Longhorns done to you?
So I grew up watching USC football, and the 2006 national championship game,
remember that game.
with Texas winning on the last play,
Yeah.
that hurt my feelings as a child.
Sure.
Like, I took that personal.
Were
And
you, like,
years
3?
later, huh?
So what were you, like 3?
No, 2006. I would have been 8.
Oh, I was way off with 3. Wow.
That's a
Only
whole 5
5-year
years.
difference.
That is college plus 1.
That's single digits, my boy.
Yeah, those 4 years matter.
College plus 1.
Listen, you didn't go to either school, as I learned multiple times during the first period.
And how long have
So-
we known each other and you just learned that?
I don't know, a couple of years. But look, what is sports if not personal? What I don't
Yeah.
understand about collegiate sports, and I get I'm in an extraordinary minority on this, is if you didn't go to the school, why do you care, man?
I was a
It's not your
kid.
school.
I was a
get
kid.
it, but now you're an adult, and you didn't go to either one of those schools.
No, that's true.
I think it depends on where you grew up. Like,
I
Oh,
guess. Like how much
Sorry,
you love
Cole.
Boston College.
But if you grow up in an area like LA, there's how many professional teams in this area?
Many.
For that you can root for your entire life, no matter where you went to school. And I grew up in New York. Same situation. There's no major college that you would root for growing up. But if I happened to live in Nebraska for a couple of years. If you grew up in Nebraska, the professional team is the college team there. There is no. So in
in a weird way, it was
That
like that here
hometown
too.
pride.
yeah, like
Yeah.
in Texas is the same way. Like college sports are just so big. So that's your team that you root for no matter whether you go to school there or not.
Right.
So I feel like that's the difference, just geographically where you grow up.
Do you
Depends
so you grew up in New York?
Yeah.
Do you find when you go back to New York, would you go to a high school football game or something like that?
No.
No.
But I would never go to a high school football game anyway. But-
Even when you were in high school?
well, when I was in high school, I would go to my high school's football
Okay.
game, but not anyone else's.
Well, that's what I'm
But
saying.
I will say,
I'm
when
not
I
saying
was
just picking a random high school. I'm saying your alma mater.
when I was no, and I would never go to my alma mater's high school game now unless like I had a relative on the team or
Okay.
something, which I don't, so I haven't gone.
Okay.
But I do have to say that Josh, what was the year? 2006.
Yeah.
In 2006, my high school won the New York State High School Championship.
Heyo.
Oh,
So I was at many games that year.
Nice.
They went to Syracuse, won the champ. Go Crusaders.
I just want to say I think Cam Talbot's having a great game.
He is. No, I've said that a couple times. He's made some really good saves tonight. I feel like the score could be a lot different if Cam wasn't on his game.
Agreed.
He's dealt with a lot of traffic. There's been a lot of chances in front of him. How is that icing?
Yeah, Cam Talbot, he's looked good. He's got a great parking spot. Here at
Blake
the SBC.
Lazard's having a tough
in.
night.
He's got a great parking spot.
What do you know about his parking spot?
Shots 7-1 Kings right now.
There we
Ooh,
go.
in this period, yeah.
All right.
I like
In
that.
the second period, of course.
So we've got people watching in Michigan, which is cool because that's far away.
Yeah, I saw an LGRW in the comments.
Really?
Yeah, somebody
I
put
bet
something-
That was probably someone related to me. But just a quick shout out to my nephew Blake, who is 2, and it's past his bedtime. But I told him I would say hi
Nice.
on air. So there we go. Good night, Blake and Isaac. There it is. Anyway, do people in New York? Is there like a specific college that everyone in New York will root for, or is it?
No,
It's-
which is why college sports aren't big, because
Sure.
who would you?
Right. There's so many
know.
other options.
Yeah,
Yeah.
root for the pro teams.
You know, I went to a Yankees game one time, and they had a sign hanging at Yankee Stadium that said, Syracuse Orange, New York's college team. So,
That's a marketing slogan, not
Yeah.
an actual. Patrick, weigh in on this.
Patrick's from New York.
Patrick's from New York.
I didn't know that about
I
you.
was not a fan of.
Yeah, and Patrick lived closer to Syracuse than I did when.
Yeah. For lacrosse, it was Cornell that I was a fan of.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, it's nothing else. New York. I was
No.
a Florida Gator fan growing
No,
up.
that's like-
everything else.
Why?
University of Buffalo has also had the same, like, we're a New York's college team. No,
Right.
there is no New York's college
They
team.
try to capitalize on
Yeah.
the Bills
Yeah,
being New York's only.
yeah.
True. Yeah. So,
The Bills are New York's only.
why
college-
were you
oh,
a Florida Gators fan?
I don't know. You know, why not?
That's a great answer.
Yeah,
actually.
By the way,
That'll do
speaking
it.
of Cornell, good segue. Cornell with a win today in
Did they
the college hockey first round of the national championship tournament. They beat Maine 3-1, moving on to the Elite Eight. So
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Big
Maine's
Red.
got great jerseys, though.
yeah, Maine, the jerseys, Josh, didn't factor into today's
I know.
outcome.
Not even a little bit did they help them win.
And the one game that still hasn't finished yet today, Omaha and Minnesota 1-1 in the third period. In case anyone's a college hockey fan.
There we go.
Are there any college hockey teams from states that don't begin with the letter M or N?
Yes.
Yes.
Arizona does. Or
No, Colorado doesn't.
You have to wear the helmet.
You're not doing this to me, Jesse.
excluding Denver.
What do you mean excluding Denver?
Alaska.
Excluding Denver.
Yeah, Alaska's got 2 teams.
Alaska.
All right.
Did
What about Vermont?
did
University of
Huntsville
Vermont.
come back?
Are they good?
Are they good this year? No, but
Okay.
historically, there have been some NHL players from Vermont.
Alabama, Huntsville. Did they come back? They folded. Did they come back?
I think they've. I don't think so.
What else? Alaska. There's 2 Alaska schools.
Are they any good this year?
One of them was decent.
One of them
last
beat
year.
Arizona State though.
Hey, whoa! I didn't bring them up.
Sorry,
I
I brought
certainly
it up
wasn't
that
going to
time.
bring up that. But what else? Ohio.
Well, Colorado has 2
There's a
teams.
bunch, yeah.
3 teams.
Three.
Sorry,
Three.
excuse me, Air Force.
Well, I was filling out my bracket the other day, and it was all Maine, Michigan, and Massachusetts. So
It's
Yeah,
just a
that checks
just a
out.
good year for the Northeast. Patrick's holding a sign. I can't read it because it's in the light.
It says
but
Arizona State counter.
That's
up to 6.
I feel like 6 is a hard number there.
I feel like that's way low.
Oh.
That's not good.
Nice save.
Oh, wow.
How did that even not go in?
Big save.
Look at that.
Whoa!
Is that a
Broken
slide?
stick on the ice. 3 on
2 on 1.
2 on 1.
Good look. Kings are playing with a purpose here.
Oh,
Do you guys have a game night routine?
Unfortunately, yeah.
What
I
is
have a
it?
to-do list of everything I got to do.
and I try to check them all off.
Do you have to do it all before the game?
Yeah.
During the
'Cause
game?
once the game's on, we're on the air, and it's too late to do anything.
Okay. Are you guys wired afterwards?
Yes, for the most part.
I remember coming home. I would get home from games around 11:30, up till 2 every night.
I'm usually up pretty late.
Hungry. I would come home and eat so much
Yeah,
food.
I'm hungry.
Chicken nuggets, like whatever I could find in the freezer was going straight in the microwave, and then I was eating all of it. And then usually up till like 2, just wired from all the energy.
Patrick,
We need a camera on that.
Patrick.
Can we
made
put
the
that
counter.
on the? Can we bring that? Yeah, I'll bring it over. Actually, well, yeah, you
It's also way too low.
Yeah, frisbee it over here, huh? Oh man. I tend to get very hungry after games too. In terms of being wired, I feel like when I'm home, I'm ready to just be done.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, sometimes it's like sometimes after a game, I don't know how Jared feels about this. Sometimes after a game, I'll like want to talk about it. Like, oh, what a
yeah.
game! Like this was great. Yeah, yeah. Other times, win or lose, sometimes I'm just like, I just talked about it for 3.5
Right.
hours.
Tyler
Right.
says hello to both of you.
Who?
Tyler?
Who?
Who's that?
I don't know who that is. Oh, there's Patrick. Patrick, say hello. You look very pretty tonight, Patrick. Wow, ASU counter.
Get
That's what I'm talking
get
about.
that brand off the camera.
Was it fork?
No, what is that? No, it's like this.
This?
Yeah, there you go.
Do they do like horns down? Like forks down?
Do people do that?
Yeah.
I'm sure the school down south does. But
The school down
their
south.
slogan is bear down, and they're the Wildcats.
Right.
So really, like, what are we doing? Other than keeping an ASU counter.
Trying to watch the stream. Got to sit through the ads.
We've also got the poll updated for
Oh,
you.
Heyo.
baby.
Do you use body wash on your face?
Yes,
Yes.
I like that. Body wash on your face.
So,
I'm really
scan
curious.
in, Kings fans. Here we,
And the next
here we
will be,
go.
do you use
Let's
face
watch
wash on
all
your
those
body?
no's come on through.
Okay.
Scan it.
I can't scan from that far away. It's trying.
I had it.
Not happening.
I'm really curious to see the results of this one. I remember my script perfectly. Guys, are you still using body wash on your face? Get serious.
You know, it was a good script when you remember it.
There you
however
go.
many
4 years later. And let me guess, you're using 2-in-1 shampoo too.
No, you know, I actually have never used that either.
Look at you.
I know, right?
That is impressive.
Pretty good.
I even used 2-in-1 shampoo for a while
That's
before I
pretty
knew
good.
before I knew better.
Should let that pass go through.
I'm gonna re-ask this question. That
I can't
asked
vote on
earlier.
the poll. It says I've reached my participation max.
Fixing it.
Oh,
okay.
Patrick and the ASU counter, fixing the poll and keeping track.
They just don't want me to tell people.
That does not count as a reference.
It 100% does.
Oh my! How does that count as a reference?
Helmet.
You
No.
Said, you said
Helmet.
the letters out loud. I'm with
I said
Patrick.
the letters out loud.
You did.
That's
I
terrible.
heard it.
Anyway, your question.
I don't even remember what it was anymore.
It was a burning question. You brought it back.
Oh, I feel like Jesse might have a reaction to this. Jesse,
I feel like what most people think my reactions will be is very rarely what they actually are. Which,
So far, I'm
which
surprised
means
by your
either
reactions.
I'm terrible at communicating my actual opinions and thoughts, or you guys are all terrible at understanding.
No,
them.
it
I
just
don't
means
know
you're
which one it is.
unpredictable.
yeah, you're unpredictable.
I feel
You
like
are
I feel like I'm
unpredictable.
super predictable.
Ooh, big hit in the corner there. Jesse, the Oilers navy and orange jerseys. What are your thoughts?
I don't get why they felt the need to go away from what they had originally, but it's a lot better than some alternatives.
Fair enough. What about the stars, black and neon green?
Fantastic.
You like those?
Love them. It's
Wow.
probably the biggest reason I like the Oilers navy with orange.
Okay, interesting.
I have very specific guidelines for what I think hockey jerseys ought to do and ought not to do, and the simpler the better.
And that brings us back to our first poll, which is what is your favorite LA Kings jersey in history.
Reverse Retro 2.0.
It's a good one.
It's perfection.
I don't think I remember any of the Oilers reverse retros, actually.
Here's a question. What is an Oiler?
Someone who oils.
Oil driller.
Someone who oils.
Someone who oils.
Someone who
Just
oils.
hopefully not a lot on your face.
Did you ever see?
Hey!
Did you ever see the movie There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think those are Oilers.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'll take it.
Checking the out-of-town scores.
Hey, is Vegas playing tonight?
Vegas is. They're tied
Winnipeg?
1-1 with the Jets. Only 8 minutes left in the third. Could be a nice finish during second intermission if we want to toss that on.
The Knights game. Let's see.
By the way, was today like an all-time sports day? I feel like it was like
A lot of stuff going on.
an equinox type of day. Like there's so much. You had MLB opening day. You have tons of NHL teams playing. So down the stretch with the NHL. College basketball, you got March Madness going on. You've got college hockey, first day of the college hockey tournament. I mean, what
Yeah,
more
big
can
day.
you ask for?
A lot of stuff.
The only thing that's not happening is football.
Yeah. No football.
Pretty great.
Guys, I don't know what this says about me, but I think maybe a lot because I would like to go back to what I said earlier about the 2-in-1 shampoo. Apparently, I do use that. Maybe I just don't know what that means.
The truth comes out. It's when the shampoo and conditioner is all in one bottle. So it's like,
yeah, I use that.
oh, you
sure.
shouldn't. You
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that
He
wasn't
might-
a question for me.
he
That was
might-
a question for her.
He
Okay.
might be all right, but I think, especially as someone with long hair, visible difference. You're getting. It's looking greasy. It's getting frizzy. Texture's different.
Hair care not a huge priority for me.
Sure,
Over the
sure.
last 25
You
years.
could maybe get away with the 2-in-1.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it might make a difference for you. Not that your hair looks great, but it
gonna
could
say,
look.
what does that mean?
It looks great. Could
Thank
look
you.
even better potentially.
He was just staying the last 2 days in a potentially haunted hotel, so give him a break.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little rattled.
You're still recovering.
I'm
also
still
from the
recovering.
immeasurable pain of
Yeah,
the helmet.
The helmet. Yeah, maybe that's
Sure.
just. I'm gonna chalk everything up to the helmet.
Yeah. Hey, that's
So
a
the
good
jersey,
excuse.
sir. See,
Yeah.
the fact that it's two-tone, right? It's navy and it's that orange, and there's nothing else is what saves it. I don't love that navy. I prefer their blue, white, and orange from the 80s look.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do that, do it the way Dallas did it with the black and neon green. Just...
So you wouldn't
By the
like.
way,
simplify,
we got
simplify,
the
simplify.
photo up on the screen. So if you're watching from somewhere, send us a picture. Use the QR code on the screen and show us where you're watching from. We'll toss it up on the screen.
Is that a picture?
Maybe you might even be watching from
6 feet away.
ASU, Arizona State.
that doesn't count.
No, this is only a counter for you. It's not a counter for me.
We do have a viewer from Melbourne, Australia.
Wow.
The handle Angry Moose, watching from Melbourne, Australia. Listen to Jesse before and after every game. Only missed one Kings game since seeing them play in Melbourne. GKG.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
GKG.
That's awesome.
Trevor was in Australia, so he was at those games.
It was incredible. Within 15 minutes of the arena opening, you could find all 32 NHL jerseys.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
And Hartford Whalers jerseys, Quebec Nordiques. Like, it was so cool.
Manuel on the chat says the best Kings jersey is the Burger Kingston.
Oh, the Burger Kingston.
No, it's just Burger King, but I call it Burger Kingston. But
Yeah.
to me, that doesn't count. That's not real.
They
I know
wore it.
they wore it, but like,
That should count just
I
as
know.
much as
It
the
should.
reverse retro.
yeah. But that's like firmly in the other.
Why is Jesse shaking his head?
Yeah, no, because that's
Jesse's
not.
gonna comment.
I don't know. I mean, it was
It's
there.
fine. It's nobody.
was like a gimmick.
It shouldn't be your favorite.
But they wore it. It should count.
See,
It
this
should
is,
not be anyone's favorite. No, I agree.
Jesse,
it's
I
fun.
don't know you well, but this is what I find surprising about you. You have strong opinions on things I wouldn't expect you to have a strong opinion about.
That's so true.
I try to explain this to everybody I work with. I have strong opinions about just about everything.
Oh, what a move.
However, not
Nice
every
play.
strong opinion I have is the strong opinion I care about.
Sure.
But
That
I
is
can't-
so,
That in and of
that is
itself.
so well explained
Yeah.
as someone who sits next to Jesse
Yeah.
in the office every day.
like I can't help it. The opinions just show up.
He has those opinions,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, but they're such strong opinions. But then, like 5 minutes later, he doesn't care about it anymore. It's done. It's over with.
Because I don't have any control over it.
But I'm like,
The
but you had
thoughts-
such a strong
No,
opinion.
but I mean, listen, I don't. It's not like I sit down and I go, what do I need to think about this? But just because I think that about something doesn't mean it matters to me. Like, for example, I don't believe that people like avocados. There's nothing you can say that will ever convince me. You especially.
You don't believe that people
Why
like
me?
them?
don't believe it.
What did I do?
But I'm not gonna like die on that hill. I don't. If people are gonna want to eat avocados, it's fine with me.
That is a shocking thing to say.
I don't know what to tell you. I just don't
So
believe it.
wait, but
I
what?
just ate avocado on my sandwich.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
specifically asked for
What
avocado
else
on
is
that.
in the sandwich?
Wait.
Turkey.
So let me.
So you like turkey sandwiches?
Can I get ahead of this real quick? So
No.
you.
But I like them a lot more when they have avocado on.
Do you though?
Yeah, I do.
So you don't think people like
In
avocados?
fact, before
You
that,
think they
I was
like
more
avocados
eating
on
roast beef.
things?
I think that avocados are a delivery system for the things that you like, but I've never seen anybody walking
Okay.
down the streets cutting off a slice of avocado.
I have a counter for that.
That is just
I
a
will.
wrong. That
Listen,
is
you're
just
not
wrong.
going to convince me. I don't believe
I
it.
know you felt this way. We've had this conversation
Yeah.
before off
But to be
of
clear,
the live
I don't
stream.
care about it. It's just that it's just.
He
a
doesn't
thought
care
of
about it though.
I don't.
But
It's
you
just-
won't convince him any other way.
I don't.
I
This
am
isn't to
who I am.
convince you. I'm just going to state I will have sliced avocado by itself with salt and pepper on it.
Because you like salt and pepper. Everybody likes salt and pepper. Centuries of human civilization have been built
So anything
around
you
going
put-
out into the world to find salt
Okay,
and pepper.
what do you eat for breakfast?
Nothing.
You don't eat breakfast.
Not
What do you
usually,
eat
no.
for lunch?
Turkey sandwich, a sugar bee apple, and a packet of cheese and peanut butter crackers.
Okay.
Because I like salt.
I guarantee there is salt on the cheese
Yeah.
and peanut butter.
I love salt.
But is that why you're eating the cheese and peanut butter?
100%.
Get
if
out
they're
of
not
here,
available,
Jesse.
I will go get something else with
not-
salt on it. I like
That
sweet
is a
things, so I get the
ridiculous
apple.
thing to
I get a
say.
salty thing to go with the apple, and then I like the sandwich because of the cheese, because I like fat. I like fat, salt, and butter,
So the
which is mostly just fat and salt
Keeps it
mixed
simple.
with some dairy. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Anyway, the point is I don't actually care about that.
sure.
That's an opinion.
So this is
I
what
have.
you guys talk about at work.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I like it.
Unfortunately.
What
I
is-
would just like to think that this
That
this
and the
topic
Kings
is
lineup,
going
pretty
to-
much.
I would like to think that this is going to carry over onto Jesse's second intermission show.
Speaking of which, I need to get back to the. I need to get back to my cave pretty quickly.
Well, the score hasn't changed, so. Uh-oh. Did I just jinx it?
not yet.
What is bite on the ice right now?
It's a sponsor, is it not?
Bite clear aligners.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh,
You didn't see the smile cam? Let's
yes,
go.
I have.
I keep submitting my photo to the
I just
smile
keep-
cam, but
I just
somebody
keep forgetting
keeps
about,
ignoring it.
yeah,
Patrick.
Oh.
Not me. I'm not back there.
All right. Well, I just pointed in that direction. I didn't say anybody's name. Somebody keeps ignoring my photos.
Patrick.
I don't believe anybody but Katie.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Yeah,
I'll
she's not
blame,
around.
I'll blame a bunch of people that aren't here to defend themselves.
So what is a day at the office like with
Alright, I
you
gotta get back.
with you guys?
Trev, do I need to turn anything off on this?
For me, I mean, it's kind of running up and down. Usually we have a practice on a practice day. So there'll be like,
Help yourself.
yeah, jeez.
Jesse just stood up, and Bailey's mess just went everywhere.
Jesse said we're going to get ants. And then
Uh-oh.
left.
There will
Uh-oh.
be. There will be ants.
No penalty?
No penalty. No
No
penalty.
penalty. This is the Bally. Everyone's in the red on the shift. Matt Roy has been on for
Big
over
shot
2.5 minutes right now.
Yeah, big
Roy
shot
and
block.
Gavrikov over 2.5 minutes on ice.
And Roy had that. Roy got in front of it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You got to get the puck out right here. It's a good play.
Nice play.
Oh, nice play by PL.
Still can't change, though.
That's a big turnover.
RV.
Still nobody changed yet. Looks like they're trying to get a
They
few
got
off.
they got Gavrikov off.
I think 2 got off. Yeah. Arvidsson's still out there. No, now he's back. Is he? Oh,
I think everybody's back.
Yeah, I think everyone's good now.
got away with it.
Yeah, that could have been tough. That's typically those situations where you see, obviously you don't want to give up a goal, but at the same time, like, those are situations where a lot of times you take a penalty,
Yeah.
just with so many tired guys.
So far, I've been able to avoid the penalty helmet. So.
Yep.
Oh!
Still loose.
Oof. Man, if this doesn't feel like a playoff game, offside. This is starting to feel like Kings
the
get
low
a
score,
gross
too.
one in the third period, and then suddenly, final couple
Things
minutes are
change.
going to be tight. Oh, man.
Fun couple of minutes there.
I think Kopi's stick was tied up. It's a tough one.
You two, is there anything when you were a kid that looking back you're like, oh, it makes sense that now I do what I do? Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Any interest
Kinda,
that you're
but
like,
yeah.
oh, it all makes sense that this is how I turned out and this is what I do every day and you
Well,
know.
I used to do like play-by-play over the Xbox.
Did you really?
Yeah. So that's
That's
that.
good.
That's when I just remember my mom, like from the other end of the house, yelling at me and telling me to shut up.
Yeah. Would you do crowd reactions like the like that stuff?
No, but I did that in the front yard. I used to have a basketball hoop,
Sure.
and I used to do the play-by-play of like
Yeah.
shooting or whatever. And then I had a pitch back in the front yard where you throw the baseball in it, would like
Oh,
shoot the
that's
ball
so
back
fun.
at you.
Trev, you want
So
to
I
put
used to do
the
that, and then
Golden
and then
Knights game on? 3
Another
minutes
one
left?
that I would do was I also used to I used to talk a lot. So
Okay.
but those were the ones that like
For me, that's what it is.
yeah, just
Yeah.
being
Didn't
You
shut
just
up.
like to talk.
Didn't
being
shut up, but
talk-
also didn't shut up about sports.
yeah, just
Okay.
talking all the time. But
Okay.
then the other one for me is I
getting a
realized
refill
pretty
here.
quickly that I was like more
pretty good.
excited to meet.
That's probably
like,
a bad thing. It
a
means
Bob
the Kings
Miller
haven't scored
or
yet.
Vin Scully or somebody
Yeah.
like that at a game rather than
We're in this
athlete.
together.
Okay.
So
We
Interesting.
need one to start the third.
I
Or
I was
Thank you.
Such a
Still got a
big
minute
hockey
left.
fan growing up. I used to, before I would go to bed, I would say my bedtime prayers, and I would pray for every person on the lineup. And one night I was like, I just hope that I get to see a real hockey player someday. I'm like 10, by the way. The next day I go to my cousin's high school hockey game, and this is in Metro Detroit. And Nick Lidstrom, who's a Red Wings legend, happens to be there. This is the next day. And I'm like, my prayer is answered. I saw a real hockey player in the flesh.
wow.
10-year-old me was really, really excited about that.
I had a moment like that
Oh,
2
2 days ago.
days ago.
Really?
Yep.
What happened?
Well, so I'm a big Mets fan. We know.
Okay.
I've said I'm from New York, probably.
Yeah.
Not as many times as Josh's.
Yeah, get
said his
another
college,
whiteboard.
but-
Let's get a New York counter going.
Fair. So, the Rain had practice. We were getting ready to go to San Jose,
Okay.
and I was standing by the glass, and I was just, watching practice, talking to some of my fellow Rain staff members, getting ready for the trip, getting hyped up, and
Yeah.
Mets all-star third baseman David Wright just walked into the building, walked right by the ice,
No
and
way.
into the Keck Medical Facility,
How fun is that?
and I was just like,
Yeah. You're instantly a kid again. This is
Yeah.
the most exciting day of your
yeah,
life.
so much
Yeah.
so that I couldn't even say anything.
Right.
I just watched him walk
No,
by.
it's just odd. You're just like, he's real. He's real.
But that's kind of what you were describing.
Yeah.
But I just,
Yeah.
I'm not 10, so.
Okay, sure. Sure.
But I acted like it.
Uh-oh. That's tough.
Oh, you hate to see that.
That's just a tough time.
Yeah.
You're in the last minute. You have a media timeout, less than a minute left. Like,
Yeah, that
gotta
stings.
kind of regroup there, and that's a tough time to let up a goal, especially when you're down by one.
Yeah. Oh, it go.
Oh,
They go
man.
off of Henrique's chest almost. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just one where if you're Cam
are you
Talbot,
supposed
there's
to do?
just there's not much you can do here. I mean, 17 seconds left, and
Still, though, if you're watching that, right, like, it's easy for me to say this, but Henrique getting on the inside,
yeah,
can't let him in there.
yeah,
Got to be a little tougher on him.
yeah.
That's
You don't
tough.
want to let a guy get into that position, but there's not much for Cam Talbot to do there. When I first saw it go in, I thought that it had like gone off the post on Draisaitl's backhand, like just a crazy backhand on kind of a wraparound. But yeah, tough one for the Kings because especially early on in that period, they were playing really well. It seemed like they were starting to get going a little bit, but now 2-goal deficit going into the third. They're going to need to, again, like we said a couple minutes ago, right? Like it's gonna, with the way that this has felt like a playoff game, they're probably
Yeah.
going to need to get an ugly one,
Yep.
and hopefully that can open the floodgates a little bit.
And that can really change the momentum.
Yeah.
Skinner's been in front of everything.
Do you remember the Super Bowl game a few years ago? Or I guess it was a long time ago, actually, where the power went out.
Oh yeah.
And then huge
Was that in
momentum
San
shift.
Francisco? I don't know if it was in San Francisco, but it was the San Francisco-Baltimore.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
Super Bowl.
So then it would not have been.
No. Well,
No, because there's
It
only
was
LA
just
played here,
all
yeah.
one
yeah,
way.
that's the first time it ever happened. though.
yeah.
That was wild. It was all one way, and then the power went out, and then complete momentum shift.
Yeah.
Oh, it was in New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yeah, that was, I think, Flacco versus Kaepernick were the quarterbacks, too.
Flago.
Wow, what year
Notable.
was that?
It had to be a while ago, because now that I'm remembering it, I remember being a small child. So it was probably a handful, a handful ago. But
Yeah.
On the chat, Jesse said he blames Josh for that goal being let up.
Why? What did I do?
He didn't explain any further.
Well, we know that that's how Jesse can be, is he's just going to say, hey, that's on Josh.
Yeah,
But
that's
I don't care. I'm not going to argue it.
Just gonna let you know. That's what he said.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
do you guys want another question from my Instagram
Oh, yeah.
here? All right. We also have.
Trevor, don't even bother with the Vegas game.
Uh-oh.
It's 3-1 now. Scored an empty netter.
3-1 Vegas.
Yep, 3-1
That is
Golden.
not ideal for the Kings.
I was just trying to get excited and set up multiple viewing. I get
Yeah.
excited. This is the thing. That's why I like this time of year, going back to what I said before, is because during March Madness, you can watch like 5 games at
Right.
once. All these games are going on. And
Yeah.
now tonight, there's all these games in the NHL, and there's all these things happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but what about this? And then, like, when one game ends, you just switch to another, and
yeah,
it's never ending.
It's like
you just feel
Sundays
like I can,
in the
I
fall
can
with
just
the NFL. Yeah.
always watch games. But anyway, let's
All
hear
right.
what you got
So
on
next
Instagram.
up, we have. What is the most underrated thing about living in LA?
underrated.
Underrated.
That's a good question.
Underrated.
Not being from here, I would say there is so much to do on any given night. On a Monday, you could go to a comedy show, to a concert, and things are.
But is that underrated? Because I feel like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Like you're
true,
in, like
right.
that's why I'm having a trouble thinking of what's underrated because I feel like there's so many great
I think
things.
it is to a degree though, because if you're born and raised here, you might not appreciate that.
That's fair.
But coming from somewhere where in the wintertime, if it's not a Friday night and you're all bundled up, you're not going anywhere,
Yeah.
But here you can do whatever you want on any day of the week. And often this is underrated, not crazy expensive for certain things. Like some of the comedy shows I go to, tickets are like $10 and it's some of the best comedians in the world and it's a Monday. It's insane.
Yeah, it's just
You can certainly find something like that.
Yeah.
because there's so many people that are in the entertainment business.
Right. There's a lot of underground stuff that
Yeah.
you just find out about, and then you're like, oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, Josh is from here, so
I'm
it's
from
interesting
here.
to hear what he says.
I will say this, and I'm ready for people to disagree with me on this one.
Yeah, we'll get you some backlash.
I'm not
As
sitting
if there
here.
hasn't been enough of that already.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that LA doesn't have traffic. What I am going to say is, I think the one thing that everyone points out is you kind of do have to have a car. I feel like to get around everywhere you want to go
Yeah,
to here.
yeah.
It's not, you do. It's since it's so spread out. But to that point though, I think it's very easy. Forget about the traffic. It's very easy to get where you want to go to, given the freeway system too.
Yeah.
So I think because there's a billion freeways here, you don't have to. I mean, you can go exactly to where you want to go.
Right.
And especially like, here's another thing too. If there is no traffic, or you're driving anywhere at night or early in the morning, or it's on a weekend or something, I mean, you can fly across the city too. And I know that you do that too, because you live in El Segundo and drive all the way out to Ontario. And something like after a game, you'll probably fly home. And I live in Pasadena, so after a game with the rain too, I've got to hit 3 different freeways, but I'll be home in 30 minutes.
Right.
Like, so you can get very quickly where you need to go to.
Yeah.
Because there's so many freeways. So I feel like that's nice. It's kind of a different direction than you went, but that was the first thing that popped in my
No,
head.
that's fair though. My first year with the Kings, the neighborhood I was living in, it took me about an hour to get to the arena, but on my way home, 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
Wow.
That much of a difference every night. Isn't that insane?
That is absurd.
I know.
How many
But
miles
it's equally
was it away?
it was like 8 miles I want to say, but it's all free. It's all the 101. So it was a straight shot. So when there's no traffic, it's actually that quick. But when there is traffic, full hour.
I can't get over
Yeah.
that. That's crazy.
I know. It was
Yeah.
insane. It
It's
was
crazy
insane.
how that works sometimes. What about you? Did you already give yours?
No, I can't think of anything.
You got nothing?
Well, just to think about underrated things, all these things are like the quintessential, like, oh man, the beaches are incredible. Well, yeah, obviously. And like,
Is there an underrated beach, you think? Because everyone's like, the touristies, Santa Monica, everyone goes to Hermosa's or anything. Is there an underrated?
I don't know, is Malibu underrated? Like, I think that's a really, really high level beach.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think that you can
But I
get
like going
out of...
like there are kind of
Yeah.
patches there that are up in that Malibu area where it's kind of broken up away from the Santa Monica.
Right.
Well, like Zuma Beach goes on forever,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's so long up the coast. But then there's the parking lots on Zuma, but you can just pull right over on PCH.
That's underrated.
And then, that's a good one too, because there's
Yeah.
always going to be some...
All right, that's what I'm taking my thing.
yeah, there you go. But you can just pull right over to the side of the highway
That
and
is
walk
cool.
down. It's just because there's all that parking right on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I feel
When
like that's the go-to.
when I first moved here, I had an audition in Calabasas, which was
Mm.
a hike
Mm-hmm.
for me to get to.
I've heard that is far.
It was far
Haven't been
and
there yet,
and also
but-
random. It's not often that you get an audition in Calabasas. It's usually like Hollywood, Studio City, Burbank area. But regardless, I had to take the day off of my other job to get to this audition. The audition took 5 minutes. I had driven an hour to get there, and it was like, oh, I got to do something on the way back. Pulled over on the side of the road and went to the beach. It was just there. And at the time, because I was working for the Kings, I always had a gym bag in my car. So I had like sweats to change into. I ended up being in a bunch of Kings gear at the beach. But that's so underrated to just
Yeah.
pull over on your way home and be like, all right, I guess I'm having a spontaneous beach day now.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times because I'm not from Calabasas, but I'm from the west end of the San Fernando Valley. So
Okay.
when I was growing up over there were a couple of things where, like, I would come out to Santa Monica area, and whether it was for lunch or meeting up with people, whatever, and kind of getting stuck out there because of the traffic, and then because it's right on the 405 there in Santa
Yeah.
Monica too, so it'd be brutal to get back home.
Right.
Because then it would be going from the 405 to the 101, and it would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, all right, if I'm looking at the exact same time, I might as well go up to the coast, drive up a little bit, and then take one of the canyons home.
Yeah, the
Back to where
scenic
I'm trying to
route,
go.
sure.
And yeah, if it's going to be the same time, you might as well go up there and then, hey, pull
I'm
over to the side of the road.
I'm
Yeah.
a big scenic route type of girl, and I will always choose to take the longer drive to get the better view to a fault. And then I'll
Yeah.
end up, my whole day will spiral around that because I'm like, well, now I'm here. I might as well grab something to eat. And
Yeah.
then maybe I can find a friend to meet up with in this area. And then I end up getting home like 6 hours later.
Yeah, definitely had that
Are you guys
before.
planners or more spontaneous in that way?
Planners.
Yeah.
I'm a planner.
What about your wife?
She's more spontaneous, but I don't allow it.
Interesting.
I'll
just keep planning.
Yeah.
She'll be like, well, why don't we just go and see what happens? I'll be like, no, but we could do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. We got to do that.
I'm such a why don't we just go and see what happens type of person, and my husband is very much a planner, and I know that I stress him out so much because every time we leave, I'm like, I don't know, bring a bag just in case. Like, what if we end up doing it?
I want to be that like spontaneous.
It's
so I'll be
stressful.
like,
I don't
yeah,
recommend
like,
it.
We can do it, but then I'm like, but why don't we do this? We could do that. And she's like, well, I thought we were being spontaneous and just doing whatever. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, but then like, what if we? No, like that's not gonna end well.
No, yeah, stick to what you're doing. Being spontaneous is it's fun, but it's stressful.
That's way more my vibe. Girlfriend, complete opposite. Everything is planned out and scheduled.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm like, hey, like let's have, an outline. But let's not.
A loose outline.
I'm okay with an outline and some tentative plans that can be altered.
Okay.
And so I'm very much go with the flow.
By the way,
So
shout out on the chat, John Avery. Underrated things are the museums.
Oh, that's a great answer.
It's a great answer.
That
You know
and
what?
that's really true.
I am not a museum person.
really,
Nope. My
Why not?
wife loves them.
Why
so
are
I
you
have
not
to
a
go
museum person?
because she likes it.
Okay.
I think it's boring.
wow.
I don't know. I'm a sports fan, like action.
Sure.
You know, like museums is like, yeah.
It can be peaceful though too.
No, it is, but it's boring.
Fair.
Peaceful is the beach.
Sure.
I don't know.
Can be. Unless you're out playing spike ball. I feel like you're into spike ball.
I love spike ball.
You do have that vibe. You look like
I
you could
love spike
crush
ball.
spike ball.
Yeah.
It's so fun and competitive. What's
Yeah.
wrong with it?
No, that's great.
Nothing at
I
all.
like spike ball. I feel like
Here's a question I've got for you. Then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
How superstitious are you three during a game? So things not going right
Like
for the
right
Kings
now.
so far.
Yeah.
should we switch seats?
I mean,
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
I'm
100%.
just saying.
Let's
We're
do
switching.
it. We got
I'm
to
just
do it
saying.
at the start of the period. Start of the period, right?
No, do it now before. We've seen enough. We've seen enough.
I just need to have a view of the counter over there so I know that Patrick's not just
You know what?
adding
I
more.
would like
All three
to
of
have
these
a view of
seats
the
have a view
counter.
of the counter.
I have the most limited view of the counter. So when
Is
we
it fire
switch-
drill? How do we switch?
Well, let's make sure. We got to remember whose beverages are whose.
I got
Well,
a
why
lock
don't we
on
switch
mine.
and then we'll just hand each other the beverage that you were at?
I think we can handle this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
All right.
let's try it.
Ready? Go!
Oh, well,
Really well done. You get all the chips over there. Thanks.
Yeah, this feels way better.
We pulled it off. I have such a better view of the counter now. This
I'm
is great.
way.
So we've
I feel
got,
much better energy already.
Yeah,
Really?
This
Yeah.
is good. This is good.
It might be that I was in this seat during a test we did earlier, and I just felt good in that seat, and I don't know, things weren't going well over there.
I actually have a much better
What's that?
view of everything now, so I like it.
Criticizing your technique.
What's my technique?
You ran like all the way around, all the way back.
I thought I was going to go over there. I don't know. I kind of blacked out for a second. I was like, let's go. And then when I went around the table, also, I was asked earlier while sitting right here, hey, do you have movement to get around the table? And I went that way, so it was just instinct at that point to go back around.
That was your blocking.
But then I realized that,
Look who's
there's
back.
nowhere to go.
Would you like your beverages?
Yeah.
Jesse's
Pass
back.
them to you?
Hold on.
There you go.
Get some chips on my
Jesse, we have
computer.
since added some counters.
I see the one. What's the
This
other
is
one
me?
say?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then hit me with
Yeah.
my.
I'm surprised it took that long.
you.
But in
Nice.
his defense, he doesn't really do that.
Oh, yes, he does.
What? Say that again.
Say it.
I don't think he does.
Say what?
You don't.
Thank
you
you.
are not insufferable with referencing the fact that you're from New York.
Are you kidding me? Anytime I've ever eaten pizza in front of him, he's had something to say.
Feels
That's
like
because
that's
you asked me because you know people from New York have good pizza.
I will-
think I
You
asked
brought
him.
it up to me.
What about bagels?
Don't
Bagels
even
too?
start.
Yeah,
See?
I'm-
you see?
I'm
Oh,
with him
He
on that
brings
one.
it up.
Baited
He
him
brings
into
it
a-
up.
They don't
Baited him
understand.
into a counter tally.
I
Look
will
at that.
fault myself for bringing
That's
up
what I'm talking
Michigan a
about.
lot, but there's no counter for that. So
Well, Laura, I haven't wanted to be mean to you yet.
I can take it.
I know you can. I've known you longer. I think I've actually known you longer than I've known the two of them.
There
That
we
probably
go.
makes sense, yeah.
I win, guys. I win.
Patrick, that is the worst number 5 I have ever seen.
Just
Looks
to,
like Duckman.
You come fix it though. Come here.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to the Kings ECHL affiliate tonight, Greenville Swamp Rabbits with a win. Magic number is down to 3. Good for the Swamps.
Trev, what's the
Swamp
Kings
Rabbits.
match?
Yeah, they're in
number at
first
right
place.
now?
First place.
12-ish.
Yeah, Trevor, magic number
If I
update.
remember correctly.
Okay.
Should be 14. Is that better? It's pretty good, right?
That is a good 5.
Jesse, this is, you know what?
Really
we have to
nice.
get you to weigh in on the conversation we had about LA. What do you think is the most underrated asset of LA?
I don't think there are any underrated parts of LA because LA is just awesome, and I don't understand why anybody wouldn't want to live here.
That's why I was having trouble figuring,
Yeah.
Well put.
bringing anything up.
The weather's awesome.
Well, yeah.
The options are awesome.
Food's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair enough.
LA's great.
Is there a favorite? I don't feel like I have properly explored LA dining. Is there a favorite restaurant or favorite category of restaurants?
What kind of food do you like?
I love Italian. I love Mexican.
If you love Mexican,
Yeah. I feel like
I
any.
mean, you can basically stumble
Yeah.
on to almost anything. It's all amazing.
As long as
think
you're not
that's
going to
why
Taco Bell, I think
haven't.
you're good.
I think that's why. I think that's
You're
what's
just looking for the
There are
perfect
so
spot.
many options.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know how
Try
to
some
possibly pick one.
birria tacos.
Okay.
Those are really good. They're
Okay.
really, really good.
I have the farmers market on Fairfax.
Yeah, I was just there last week.
Were you? It's
Yeah.
such a great.
How long have
vibe.
you lived in LA?
4 years.
Okay. You can just call it the farmer's market.
Oh well, I don't know. There's so many.
Is
farmers
it the
markets.
original farmers market?
I don't know, but I've lived in LA for
But if you-
more than
but
40
there's
years,
other
and when people
farmers
say the
markets.
farmer's market,
That's
generally
the
speaking,
one they're talking
that's
about?
the one they're talking
That's
about.
good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the farmer's market.
He also
But he
lived in
just
LA
proved
all
my
his
point.
I understand, but there's a lot, and I don't know if there's a different.
Jesse
South
just
Bay
gives you
thing.
like a yeah, but it's Josh.
I don't know what I,
I
did.
didn't say anything like
This
that.
Flack from Jesse tonight.
That's good. There's all these pop-up farmers markets though on random,
Sure.
know. So I didn't know if that counts.
But that one is like permanent. It doesn't
Okay.
go anywhere. It's,
okay.
it's permanent structures. It's not in a parking
So
lot of
people
a
just
church or
know.
a gym or something.
All right.
Like now it's called the Grove because they built the Grove behind it, but
Sure.
it's the farmer's market.
All right.
Guys,
Noted.
this is another New York reference, so you can change it now, Patrick.
6.
My grandma's watching the stream tonight.
Hi, Grandma.
Yep, and she just turned 90 this
Oh
past
my
week.
Happy
goodness!
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep. She's
Where's your grandma
huge
from?
Kings and Rain fan. She's currently living in Chester, New York, but she will
Great.
tell you she's from Willimantic, Connecticut.
There it is. And
Shout out Willimantic on the stream.
Shout out Willimantic.
Yep.
My grandmother is 94, and we call her Cool Granny because that is
yeah.
her username on
Trev,
a
we lost
variety
the-
of social media
Nice.
apps. Yeah.
There's nothing on the screen.
And she is a wonderful Polish woman, incredible cook.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Nothing like a good grandma.
Yep.
Oh, is that just the feed?
Willimantic, Connecticut, home to Eastern Connecticut State University.
Heyo.
My grandma's a proud UConn alum.
Mm.
Not the one you just mentioned, but
You mean
the one in stores.
Eastern Connecticut State?
Yeah, not that Connecticut.
What
Actually, I'm
What do you mean the one that's going to win March Madness and
that
ran
a-
all over San Diego
Is
State
that a
today?
Toblerone?
That's right. She would let you know.
We didn't talk about this.
Is that a little bit of a?
I think it was
Is that the best highlight the Kings have had? Is
I think that was
Gavrikov
a
getting a
Toblerone.
Toblerone?
I don't know any other product that comes in a long triangle shape. It's not
I'm
a
good
tube
for now.
because it's
Thanks.
a triangle. But what do you call a triangle?
Hey, do you
shape?
think that
Should I be
Jim
saying
and
this
Nick
into the
tried to
microphone?
match like me and Josh?
Yeah, you guys
Because
didn't.
Josh and I have been matching a lot lately, and they both got the purple going
I didn't
today.
get the memo.
They both have the purple pocket square.
I feel a little left out, especially when you two were sitting next to each other. It was just twins.
Yeah, why did you guys move?
Well, have you seen the
noticed.
score?
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
Yeah. So we switched seats, and
Okay, here's
now
a
the
question.
Kings are
As a
After the
Starting.
second goal or before the second goal?
after. So
Okay.
now
Have you ever done a smelling salt like the guys on the bench right now?
Yes, and it was horrible. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what it was, and someone was like, "Yeah, you just sniff it and it just makes you feel awake." And I was like, "Huh?" And I did, but I did it so aggressively.
Well, yeah.
And it was like the most jarring experience of my life.
It's crazy that they do that before every period.
Yeah, it is. I now that I know what it is, I would not elect to do it again.
A former LA Kings employee used to keep smelling salts on his person.
Wow.
That's
and
a little bit
frequently run up and crack them in front of your face and laugh
Whoa.
hysterically as you
That's
reacted
like
to it.
it's a little bit of an issue.
My mom
Former
has.
LA Kings employee.
She has this. I don't even know what it is. It's some sort of peppermint oil or something, and you put it when you're sick. You put it in water and just kind of let the steam.
Hey.
Kind of clear your
Alec
sinuses.
Palmer sending in a
It was
photo
another thing I
live
didn't
from
know what it
Edmonton.
was. And I
Vicks Vapor Rub?
no, it's a pepper. It's some sort of peppermint leaf, but in oil form or something. I don't know.
All right.
But it's a shocking experience, and I thought it was just water, and she's like, sniff it. Crazy. It really clears out the sinuses.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's for me.
Yeah, me neither. Had
I want the
known.
Kings to score and come back and get into this game, obviously, but I really want them to do it just so that Kings talk is better for Jesse.
I want them to
Priority
do
number
it.
one.
Appreciate it.
I want them to
priority
do it just to prove that switching the seats
Yeah, that would
was
be-
effective. That's what I would like to see.
Now, the best thing about this seat, which Josh is going to understand, I can actually see how much time is left in the period.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
Josh
yeah, I
cannot
can't
from
now.
that
That's
seat.
true. No, I couldn't from this one either.
I prefer this seat. I have a much better view not only of the game but also of the ASU and I'm from New York counter.
Yes. With that
Which,
being
by the
said,
way, Patrick, you missed
you
one.
need to switch. He brought it up.
I
Again.
have a number 6.
I'm from New York should be
and
at
we just
6.
really just didn't want to see your number 5 anymore because it was so
No,
bad.
that was mine. You don't like mine? I changed mine. That was mine.
I didn't
will
realize it changed.
Thank you, Jared.
Hey, Patrick. We had the Coyotes game on during the break, and they were showing a certain building, and I didn't say a word.
That's
That's
eight.
you-
That's
yeah, that's it.
that's eight.
That's 8.
100%. That's 8.
Oh, come on.
yeah.
that's
In
it.
fact, that's 9.
Count
What?
it.
That's not.
Like, yeah, you're punished for. Oh, I didn't do it, but I'm doing it by saying
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
exactly.
Get out
I
of
just
here.
I just felt
You're
like
grounded.
at some point I deserved to be patted on the back there. With held the restraint. I wanted to let Patrick
I-
go.
I wasn't gonna give you. I wasn't gonna give you.
Oh,
9,
jeez,
but now that
McDavid
you
doing
know it,
McDavid
you
things.
did
Come on.
Make it 10.
Wow. Who's in the net?
Uh-oh.
Mikey?
Mikey Anderson.
Whoa, Kings power play. Let's
Hey,
go.
let's do it.
Notice this. Seat changed 90 seconds later. Kings on the power play.
Mikey's not looking
Mikey, he's all right. He's a warrior.
Oh, yeah, I'd say
Taps.
that's a penalty. Yeah.
Oh, did he get? No. it missed
Attaboy,
him.
Patrick.
All right, let's get a little power play mojo
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Hey.
Get some music. Oh, nice.
Watch this. Go, Kings, go.
Oh, that's my forte.
Oh, yeah.
Go,
Oh, yeah.
Kings, go! Go, Kings, go! Also, if you want to see a cannon, I'll throw a T-shirt. Seriously, best part of Big on the Ice Crew, spotting someone so far away and just doing a crow hop and chucking the T-shirt as far as I possibly could and seeing that person actually leap and make the catch.
Wow.
That's
The
amazing.
satisfaction that you get from that is unmatched.
I believe it. I feel like I would point at someone or like try to send it too far away, and then I would never actually reach the intended target. and
That
then get
happens
sad.
too. What's also funny is when we have
nice
my
save.
gosh. Also funny is when we have the T-shirt cannons, and those things are powerful.
Oh, yeah.
And you go to the bottom of the section to shoot out the T-shirt, and people in the second row are like, right here, and I'm like, sir, you don't want me to shoot a
understand, yeah.
T-shirt at you from this distance. I promise.
Uh-oh.
What happened to?
Drew's
What happened to
stick.
Dowdy's
I
stick?
think Dowdy's stick snapped in half when he tried to pass it.
Opinion I have, Laura, that I do care strongly about. Go
Yeah,
back to
hit me.
wooden sticks.
You what?
I want them to go back to wooden sticks.
Oh, there we go.
Kopi had a guy on his back there.
Too hard.
Too many?
Oh,
Not too many, just too hard of it. Send it through half the team.
So if I was at this game, I'd be yelling shoot by now.
But no one's been even in a position to shoot. Who do you want to shoot? And from where?
Somebody, anywhere.
How about,
Right there, shoot. There you go.
Listened.
I thought that was
He
gonna
heard you
go in
all the
for
way in Edmonton.
sure.
if the Kings called you and they were like, "Hey, we need you as a backup goalie right now," what do you think your save percentage would be?
0.
Very low. Very low. Probably like 30%. Maybe
That feels kind of high. I was gonna say.
You're going 30%?
Well, yeah, I'd put on all that equipment. Some of the shots would
All
hit
right.
me.
Yeah. Sure.
I actually had this conversation recently with somebody, and I was like, I think I could stop a few. But
Do you
I don't
think you
know.
could score any?
Do I think I could score a goal?
Yeah.
From your own
Maybe
net
if
as a
it was
goalie?
let's say it's a shootout. Do you think you could score
I see,
in a
okay.
shootout situation?
Uh,
No, not as a goalie.
Yeah.
Well-
I did get that at first.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like, can you think I could send it all the way down the ice while I'm wearing the goalie equipment on net?
well,
Maybe.
in this hypothetical, did
Penalty,
I or did I
penalty.
not have power skating classes with Daryl?
Sorry.
before the
You
shootout?
you had one power skating class with Daryl, and
Hold on,
and
hold
your
on.
girlfriend is watching.
Sorry, Laura. King just took a penalty.
Dun dun dun.
Yep.
So,
Or we
all's
can just
fair
send
is-
it over to Jesse.
Moment
My
of
head
truth.
is not going to fit in that, and I'll leave. I'll just go back to the office where I have to.
I'm gonna laugh when this doesn't fit.
It fits.
What?
Better than
I'm
Josh.
actually surprised.
Better than Josh.
All right.
I don't know if you can buckle it up.
I've never
That might be
worn one
tough.
of these before. I don't even know. Am I close?
Yeah.
I'm shocked that it fits. Well, I guess it's made for a man's head. I still stand by
Well, they
my
make
head
helmets
being
for
large.
Both men and women.
Well, yeah, but this one is whatever. But I stand by that I still have a large head. Where am I at here? Oh, is that it?
It's all the way, like...
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
Hold on. You have your...
Oh,
No. Well, you know what that
can take the
means? I
helmet
can
off.
take this off.
The seat change didn't do it,
man.
man.
I'm going full Palpatine.
Yeah.
You guys have any other ideas?
Not play Connor McDavid? That'd be good.
Ugh. Oh,
It's a great shot.
man.
And they had the traffic in front. Really
Yeah.
tough for Talbot to see and see up in that corner. Tough.
Well, the chat's popping off.
that's not the phrase, Josh.
In other news, Patrick, do we got anything on the poll about the body wash? I'm really curious about that.
Uh-oh.
While Patrick's getting the results for that one, now
Sure.
that Jesse's back, we can go to the new one.
Whoa!
What does it say? Do you like,
Do you like
Salt.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna vote no.
By itself or on things?
In general.
I'm gonna vote no just to ruffle feathers.
Another strong opinion? What's the best flavor of ice cream?
Ooh.
No. You've already thought about it too long.
I-
It's vanilla.
You
Incorrect.
sound like
It
my
is. It
father.
absolutely
No.
is.
Yeah.
You know why it's the best?
You can do a lot with it.
Because it is it has become the standard basic form so much so that you're now like, oh, it's so boring, whatever. That's how good it is. It
Cookies
took
and
over.
cream is the best flavor.
What is cookies and cream?
Have you had
a
coffee
flavor of
flavored
ice
ice
cream.
cream?
Yes, but what is the? What
Yes,
do you,
I have, and it's
if you're
good.
making
Isn't
cookies
it
and cream, what do
great?
you start with?
When you're making every ice cream, you
start
start
with-
with vanilla.
Not
That doesn't
every-
make it
not
the
chocolate,
best.
not strawberry.
I feel like I disagree
Strawberries,
with
not even-
Jesse very often, but not this time.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I think
You
Jesse
got
and I are
one.
on the same page.
Listen, strawberry
Now I'm
shouldn't
gonna go
even
back
be
under my
allowed to
cowl.
be made. It's so bad. It's terrible. Who has
You
that?
don't like strawberry ice cream?
No.
Oh my
Who
gosh,
does?
I
It's terrible.
love it. I love it, especially when there are actual chunks of strawberries in
Oh,
it.
that would ruin it for me.
What?
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
I know.
I was having this conversation with Mikey recently.
Mikey Alexander.
Yeah, he's gonna be here at some point in the next couple weeks when they have another one of
Mikey.
these. And I do not like artificially grape flavored things.
I could
Oh.
not agree more.
Josh
I don't
is
know
on the
who
same page
does.
as me.
Yeah, we
you know
had
who
this-
does? Mikey Alexander.
Mikey would.
The guy
Mikey
crushes
would
grape
like
soda like it's his
Oh
job.
my gosh.
Oh, can I get one here?
I don't know why.
Somebody in
I'm-
the chat correctly pointed out that the Golden Knights have now passed the Kings in the standings.
Yes, they have. So
Oh, Trevor, update. Uh-oh. Oh, nice save. You know what? Talbot has been good tonight.
yeah, the
He
Kings.
Given that when the season started, every conversation about the Kings was, I don't know about that goaltending. The goaltending's been the least of the Kings' problems all year long.
Well, and
I mean,
this is where it's tough, too, when you look at the standings, because I feel like the Kings have been playing some pretty good hockey. It's not
Oh,
like
I see. There's the standings.
Yeah, it's not like the Kings have been playing poorly. I mean, I was listening a little bit to the podcast that Jesse had recently. You know, they played amazing last week. They had some really good wins, and yet now all of a sudden they've been passed by Vegas.
I mean,
So,
look,
it's part of it.
you're
It's
not
part
going to
of
win them all, right?
Right.
Edmonton's an incredibly good team,
Right.
But now they got to pick up 2 points against Calgary,
Right.
and I mean, I don't want. Look, the game's not over. They can
No.
come back,
Still 12 minutes.
but
Jesse, you get callers from all over the place.
I do.
That is always so fascinating to me.
I probably
really
get more
cool.
callers from outside of LA than I do callers inside of LA.
I think on this recent one there was someone from Idaho.
Coeur d'Alene, Gary.
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Amazing.
Shout out to Gary from
Who
Coeur
would
d'Alene.
think?
Gary's just waiting to call in. He's not watching the stream, though.
Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't looked at. Chat is blowing up, but it might not. The explosion might
Chat's
not,
blowing
The
up.
might not
chat
have reached
is
Coeur d'Alene yet.
blowing up.
Chat's blowing up. Not. What did I say?
You said popping off.
Oh, you don't.
Listen, Josh. Specificity.
Mikey
precision
liking
are
grape
important.
flavor is the funny.
Mikey
I
likes
have to
everything.
Just text him.
I had this conversation with him the other day.
I gotta text
He
him
then
about this.
literally sent me a picture of a fridge full of grape soda. After.
Yeah.
You have Mikey's phone. You're on a texting basis with Mikey Alexander. Does he refer to you as his best friend?
No.
Okay.
Should he?
I don't.
I don't know. I like the honesty there, though.
Yeah, I mean, he refers to me. There have been other nicknames, but never best friend. I
Alright.
don't know if I should take that personally or not. I'm just gonna text him really quick. You would be the guy to like grape soda.
And he's going to know exactly where that information's coming from, too.
Quick update for you.
I have no idea.
It was 75% no, we don't use body wash for our face.
Oh, good.
Wow, that's impressive. See, this commercial was way out of bounds then. They were not fair to men.
All of the women all of the women who voted though might have skewed.
I
it.
also texted Mikey back.
Yeah.
I texted Mikey, text me back first or we're not friends. So we'll just see.
Oh,
now.
interesting. I texted at
Uh-oh.
8:13.
All right,
You guys know
I
where Mikey is right now?
texted him. I also texted him at 8.
Oh.
I have no
Where's
idea.
Mikey?
We'll see.
Doing so. Oh, he's in New York, right?
He's in New York.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh! No!
Yes,
Because
sir.
here's why.
Count it.
Here's why.
He didn't
no.
say, he
Count
didn't
it.
Here's why
say
no,
he's
I didn't
from
say
New
I'm
York.
from
He said
there.
Mikey's in New York, which is true.
Wait, but I
I
didn't.
didn't say I'm
You saw your
from.
face, though.
Well, I knew it. I knew I was a reference.
You knew what he did.
It was a
Nah.
New York
The
reference, but
same
it wasn't
thing
a
happened to me
reference of
earlier. I
being
didn't even
from New
say
York.
what my counter's for earlier, and I got called out for it. And I'm not talking about the last one. I'm talking about early on.
We're talking about Mikey.
Yeah,
it's a totally
right.
relevant.
No.
I don't get a say in,
Jesse's
this, in
on
the
my
scoring,
side.
but I'm
Jesse's on my side.
I'm
He
on
Just
Shaf's side.
self-admitted to not having a valid response.
Mikey's gonna wait. Has Quick passed?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey is trying to watch Quick become the I don't know, some accomplishment or other. I don't remember what it is.
Well, he's not in tonight, so it's not happening. Shesterkin playing against Colorado.
Don't they play on Sunday?
Rangers are 1-1. Middlestat and Capo Caco.
Do we have an update on what the shots are in this period? I can very easily look it up, but Trev did have it before,
exists.
so.
Oh, it wasn't Mikey.
Shots in the
You're
third,
lucky.
4-2 Edmonton.
Okay. What did they finish in the second?
A lot
Oh,
too
I
little.
see.
11-7 Kings.
But at one point it was 7-0 or 7-1?
How many?
Yeah, at one point it was 7-0.
Wow.
Like not
Many.
a ton of scoring chances, but a lot of like
Getting into good
yeah,
areas.
almost. They're just
Just, they just need to listen to you and
yeah,
shoot.
exactly.
There's a shot. Another one.
Shoot
Bert?
it.
Yeah, so currently 2019 Kings right now.
Jesse, in New York right now, it is 11-16, so maybe we're not going to hear from Mikey at all.
Oh!
He's probably talking to a group of tourists that he bumped into who are wearing a shirt with a letter that he likes on it or something. He and I took a road trip to Arizona.
Okay.
This one doesn't count. I'm
Bring
bringing
it
it up
Sure.
PL, baby.
for the Kings.
Now that was better than an
Coyotes
almost
game
chance.
in Mullet Arena last year, just before Christmas.
Okay.
And we stopped off once or twice, to get lunch or to use the bathroom, whatever
Yeah.
it was. And each time,
How
he
many friends did he
just random strangers.
Yep.
And I came back and he's just chatting some dude
Yeah.
up who happened to be wearing a Carolina Hurricanes vest. Didn't care about the Hurricanes. Didn't even know what the logo was. I can't
Sure.
remember if he had picked it up at a thrift store or his wife had bought it for him. Or
Little
whatever,
did
but-
he know what he was in for. Walking out of a game afterwards, and mind you, when you're working a game, your call time's 4:00. You've been there for hours. By the time the third period ends, you're exhausted. You're ready to get home. If you're walking out of the arena with Mikey, it's taken 20 minutes to get to the car. Because any passerby,
Yeah.
he's having a full
Josh,
conversation
did it look
with.
like there was like a black speck behind it? Spenny? Dang. It looked to me like the puck was... I don't know. It was just maybe just this angle.
Somebody said my name in all caps in the chat, and I don't know why. So JM
They're
highlights.
just happy that
Jam
you're on the
highlights did say
screen.
chat's blown up.
He did earlier, and then just said capital J.
Jesse.
I don't know why. So hello, JM highlights.
Jesse.
What's up, JM Highlights?
Do we have the power to block people from the chat, Trev?
Somebody does.
We have the power to do anything.
Shout out King
All right.
social media.
One of you in the chat is on thin ice. You know who you are.
Whoa! That's a rag doll.
That's yeah.
How do you not call that? How is that not a penalty? This is
That's
astonishing.
absurd. I cannot believe. I just assumed that the ref off camera had his arm up, and
Trevor
I just
Moore
didn't see
just
it.
got
but
ragdolled.
that was a horse collar. Wow. Like,
Yeah.
what was that?
That's not even fair. That you don't do in beer league hockey.
Sure.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
Even if someone celebrates a goal, you still can't do it.
You're allowed to punch him in
Oh,
the face,
boy.
but
Oh,
not
boy.
do that.
Just like, hey, boys, we got to wake up tomorrow.
We gotta go to work.
It's gonna be a rough Kings talk tonight.
Oof.
Oh, man.
I would love to see another look at that play.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna see one.
Maybe when they come back from break. See, that's the one I thought. I was like, oh, how did that not go in?
You're right. With the way that the puck
Just the
fluttered
way that it, yeah.
from that other camera angle, I
Looked
thought
like
it was
bounced
behind
in.
him. That's tough.
Jam Eyelights wants to know what the most expensive car you've ever seen in LA is.
I don't know. Those cars are all just crazy expensive.
Right.
Have you seen the new Tesla yet?
Yes.
That
Saw it
looks
the
like
other day.
the Cybertruck?
yeah.
We were leaving TSPC and we were getting onto the freeway to go to Ontario.
Yeah.
And it was cruising around a parking lot like down the street from here in El Segundo.
Insane.
I don't know really much
Sticks
about
out so much.
It's just so massive.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's also ugly. So
Tesla's not a sponsor, are they?
no, I love.
You're in the
Tesla.
clear.
Yeah.
Somebody
Most
said they need Mikey
expensive-
for a kick it. During,
yeah, that always shakes it up.
I mean, this is about the
Mikey
time.
will be so flattered to hear how much we've talked about him in the last 5 minutes.
We're just previewing the next show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna be so happy.
Yeah. We could probably do that, right?
Mikey's always happy.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Mikey is always happy. Jesse, you could do a kick it for us.
Kick it.
Kick it. I feel like if I was wearing a King's hat right now and a jacket, especially with the white kicks, I feel like if I just went in front of the camera and did that, I'd kind of look like Mikey.
Yeah, you could pull it off.
I'd probably do it.
You took off your Palpatine blanket.
Yeah, I did. I did. It wasn't
Feeling a little
good
more
vibes.
confident. Yeah.
Wasn't good vibes.
There's
You
still
know
time.
where,
There's still
Jesse
time.
and Mikey went to watch a Kings game.
I know, and he said it, and I.
Jesse
wasn't
said
gonna
that
say-
doesn't
cheating.
count.
Yeah,
Jesse said that
that's
doesn't count. You can't bait him into it.
Yeah.
He says it enough organically. You can't bait him into it.
Oh, and down go the counters. Oh, and down goes Patrick's chair. Oh no.
At least the beer's still there.
Oh no.
How about the UNC Alabama game? 59-59.
That's a close one.
Bama is hanging in there. 10 minutes to go. Could be the
How
first.
much time
This would
is
be
left
a
here?
devastating day for Kings staff member Christine Miller if both Arizona and North Carolina lose.
Yes. Yes.
A devastating day.
Oh.
Would be the first number
Oh,
one seed to
jeez.
lose. That happens.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay,
How is that not
This
a
is
penalty?
insane.
that is my number one pet peeve in hockey. That was totally interference based on what I saw.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that
they
was a
never
penalty.
call it. It's ridiculous.
I can understand one of those two not getting called, but that's
Nope.
two in a
Both
row.
of them should both be called.
That's two, and
Patrick,
the other
figure
counter
it
goes
It
down.
wasn't even me.
Oh, great.
Stars Canucks 1-1. Interesting game.
How much time is left?
7 minutes.
All right.
Jesse, what are your thoughts on? You know what? This is actually I talked to you about this the other day. I did attempt to call King's Talk,
Yeah, you did.
and no one answered, which is
Yeah.
fine. Which meant you had
You
a lot
attempted
of
to
other
call where? Oh,
King's Talk, and then what
I
I,
thought
was
you
gonna
said
I was trying to
GameStop.
stir up a conversation.
And I was like, why were we calling GameStop?
Oh no, that would be crazy.
I understand what you
To
said.
see if
I
they
probably
have
did
battle
that.
codes.
I probably did that in 2005.
Just for
but-
fun.
Oh, hey!
There it is.
Let's
we
go!
3-4 on the board. You knew it was coming. He's due. Gets back. Well, this is what I was going to ask you. 11-7
Yeah.
versus
Nice
12-6.
touch.
Well,
I feel like the Jim Hiller coaching style fits this 11-7.
let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You mentioned Jacob Muvarari earlier
Yes.
tonight. Is that confirmed?
That's a great pass.
Yes, the Kings put it out officially.
So, did they?
Yeah, that's why I was annoyed.
Where?
Didn't know, but I found
what-
out about
what-
it
What platform?
when it was posted on X.
Uh,
Oh, that's a mistake right there. Look at
So-
look at QB
This is a
pounce.
great
That's
pass.
awesome by QB. Pounces on the mistake, And then set's already up right in the slot.
Quentin
It's
Byfield,
great.
a very good
We got a
player.
game.
There's a little bit of time left.
Yeah.
6 minutes, 2-goal game.
Yeah, that's doable.
Okay, so
Whoa.
Carl Grunstrom skated in a full contact jersey
That's right.
this morning. My understanding of the salary cap situation is that when he returns from LTIR, the Kings will need to send Turcotte and Muvrari to Ontario in order to be
Now
cap
they'll just
compliant.
need to send Turcotte.
That'll be the end of the 11-7 permanently because they'll have 6 defensemen, 13 forwards, and 2 goalies, and that'll be the end of that. So,
But they could have elected to keep it going and not send Moverari down.
yeah, for one more game, my hunch is
No, not for one more game. I'm just saying in general.
No, they have to get cap compliant.
They could send another forward down.
They need to send 2 players down in order to be cap compliant, and the only 2 players they're allowed to send down are Turcotte and Muvrari.
They can send LaFerriere down.
They cannot
Why not?
because he wasn't on the Ontario Reign roster.
Oh, because they didn't paper him.
Correct.
Fair enough. Well, then they set themselves up for that.
They did.
But that's not answering my question, even though it does explain why
Yeah.
the Kings are doing what they're doing. My question is, do you think that the 11-7 can be sustainable for a longer period of time?
Yes, theoretically. And one of the things I really like about Jim Hiller is that he seems to not be married to tradition. He doesn't really seem
I love
like
it.
a slave to
It was
convention.
working.
Yeah.
The 11-7 to me works for him because he doesn't necessarily stick with the 12 forwards in their current
Right.
in their configurations that they're with to start the game. He's going with the hot hand. He's mixing things up, which is awesome. And I think the 11-7 kind of fit that. Nice shot.
Oh,
That's a good save. It's a good save.
It'll be really
Good save.
interesting to see once he has his 12 forward, like once Grunstrom comes back and he has his full team the way it was constructed and meant to be at the beginning of the season. Right, it was built for Todd McClellan, so it'll be just curious to see how that goes regardless. And then once the playoffs begin, assuming the Kings make it.
Josh, you know what's funny? Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
And I don't know if you have the same thing going on right now. Anytime that Bally, the broadcast, is going to a break and they're playing the outro music, I'm like, we got to get off. We got to go. You got to go to break. And I'm like, no, we don't. But I'm just, the broadcast in us, I feel like I just hear that music and I'm like, we got to take a break.
I would feel that way when I would leave games. The next day I'd be at, Trader Joe's or whatever, and when someone would walk by me, I'd be like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Wait, you don't have to do that here. You can just go grocery shopping. You don't have to make eye contact and greet each person.
Talk to everyone.
Yeah, it's hard to turn it off.
Yeah. So when you were talking, I was about to be like, oh, hold on, Jesse, we got to take a break. But no, we're here. We're not going anywhere until this game ends.
Right.
Well,
Next watch along.
I'm going back to my office so I can
Yeah,
do Kings
speaking
stuff.
of a break, cheap plug, next watch along,
Yeah.
April 9th, Kings taking on Anaheim. We'll have some new hosts here, Kayla, Mikey. Tune in, Kings fans.
I'll be watching.
Fun fact.
Now, will Mikey talk about us the whole time?
I hope
Yes.
so.
Mostly Jesse though, because that's his best friend.
Where'd the game go?
It's in commercial.
Oh. Oh, right. I keep forgetting we're not watching the Valleys. Right. Sorry. Apologies.
You know what, Trevor, though? April 9th, you bring it up. It's my birthday.
Hey, happy.
Is Connor
upcoming
McDavid dirty? Is that the point of
birthday.
this package right here?
No, top tier play.
Yeah, he goes after Arvidsson and then he scores a goal.
Right.
Yeah.
And then an assist.
Do you have birthday plans?
I do.
Hanging out with your friend from
What
college.
are they?
She will be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend from college will be there.
That's his wife.
Got it. I
Jesse
had
calls
a
her my
feeling.
friend.
Shout out to Kelly.
I won't tell you guys where Kelly is.
New York.
Nice.
Not with Mikey, I hope.
No, she's not with Mikey.
You
Where's
do
the
have plans though.
Yeah, I'm going
What
to
are
dinner.
they?
My parents are going to be here.
Oh,
Hey.
fun.
I'm going to dinner.
Are you guys at
Your
home?
parents, where do they live?
Like, are they going to
No,
get
no,
to see
no, no, no,
Are they
no,
going to
no.
get to see a game?
They're going to see a Rain game. Yep.
Nice.
The Rain play on the
Congrats on clinching, by the way. I saw that
Yeah.
the other night.
Rain are
That's, underrated thing about LA. The fact that the Ontario Reign play, maybe 45 minutes to an hour away from where we're sitting right now, I think is an
That
underrated.
is the worst plug that
No?
you can give. That is beyond shameless.
Also, in what day of the week is it 45
What is going
minutes?
on?
What is Patrick doing?
In what world does someone think about LA and they think about the Ontario rain?
What does that say? I can't. It's
says
in the
boo.
light.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
see
bad.
it.
You're getting
I'm
booed.
sorry. I
Also,
love the
it's
rain.
like an hour and a half unless you
Yeah.
leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No,
or
and
early.
again, I'm
Even
all
then.
for it.
Oh, I'm saying go on a Saturday.
Yeah, if you live in
How do you
Riverside.
feel? How do you feel
No.
about having your parents in town? Is there a lot of pressure to plan stuff?
No, I mean a little bit. We want to do stuff.
Yeah.
But
I always get nervous when I have people coming to town because I'm like, there's so much to do.
They've
I don't
come
know.
a couple times, so it's not like it's their first.
Low pressure?
You know, yeah. I mean, but we're going to San Diego, so we're going to see a Padres game.
Oh, fun.
Got the rain.
Yeah.
Obviously, mid-season. They're big followers of the team, obviously, because
Okay.
they might want to listen to some things when we were on the air. But
I feel like it can be a lot of pressure when you have visitors.
It is.
Because there's just so
It
much
is.
to do, and LA is such a cool city.
And there's so much traffic. You
Right,
want
you
to plan
have to
so much,
plan
and then you
around
just
that.
sit in the car half the
Yeah.
time. Offside.
My husband lived in Ohio for 3 years while we were dating. So he would come out here for a week at a time.
Feel bad for him for that. That sucks.
Yeah, he was in grad school and took him out to Ohio. And then also while we were dating is while I was on the ice crew. And I'd get out of games all amped up. And that's my peak energy. I'm so alert and I'm like still riding the adrenaline.
It's super late
from
at night for him.
Yes. So where he's at, it's 2 a.m. and I'm driving home and I'm like, hello, how was your day? He's like, oh, hello. But as someone who would frequently visit, he's super laid back, but I always was trying to have fun things on the docket for when he was here.
Chef has some breaking news for you. SpaceX launch. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Post.
Very
Dang.
invested in it.
That was part of the whole. I was saying how great today was. We had all these things happening.
Do we know why? That feels like a big thing to postpone.
Well,
no?
I mean, if they have a
Aliens.
safety issue, then
right.
if there's a safety issue with the rocket,
likely aliens.
Postponed due to aliens.
That's a I don't know. That feels
Prove
like
me
a big
wrong,
deal.
kids.
That's not like postponing dinner. It's
I mean, they postponed the whole launch.
right. That
I was.
no. The key there, the word postponed versus canceled. It's happening. Just postpone.
right.
Like dinner. It's
Like
happening.
the Mets game.
The Mets opening day was postponed
Oh, wow.
too. I know.
And Jared, you are a Mets fan.
Yes.
Why?
In fact, my wife was supposed to be going to opening day, but now she'll still go. But it was postponed.
Why are you a Mets fan?
My family's Mets fans.
Why?
That's cheating.
What?
That's 100%
Oh, come
cheating.
on.
there were a few lead-ins on
You're a
both
Mets fan
sides.
because
I
you're
don't
from
know.
New York.
Yeah. See.
No,
ruling-
I'm a Mets fan because my
Laura?
family is from there.
That's what he
Neutral.
was trying to get you to say. I need to leave soon.
I think I heard what I just heard.
empty net LA.
I like this.
Right.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rain game last night. Barracuda did not do this. They waited to pull their goalie down by
Silly.
a goal.
Zach
until, like, a
Dooley
minute
saying
left.
we've got a defensive pairing of Drew Doughty and Kevin Fiala.
I like that.
Well, that's
Take
not
that.
a defensive pairing. They're all forwards at this
Yeah.
point. Oh, they call it eye stick. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it was an eye stick. I really don't. It's tough.
Show it again.
See if they go for a timeout, or they bring Talbot back. Because the faceoff's not in the offensive zone. You still got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd rather bring Talbot back here. Yep,
Yeah,
they brought
it
him
is.
back. It's a good idea.
All right, I should probably leave.
Thanks,
Enjoy
Jesse.
the rest of your stream, guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
I'll give you your thing back. Call in 877 Kings 20, 877 Kings 20.
877 Kings 20.
They
Everyone.
might not answer, but you can call again.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye,
Thanks
Jesse.
for coming. 877 Kings 20. Just going. Kings Talk. Post game
See,
show.
now Edmonton ices the puck.
Now you pull Talbs.
You got to get him out of there.
Yep.
And there he goes. Will Ferrell and all.
Yep. Off he goes.
Heading back to the bench.
I think they get one here.
Yeah. I like the
I'm feeling
optimism. I'm with you.
I know it's not our fault and it's Bailey's fault, but it just looks like we're just such a mess.
Yeah.
It does look that way.
All the-
You know,
All
and
the popcorn and chips everywhere.
especially when you're sitting there.
Right. I know, it makes it look
It's kind
like-
of like the shame seat.
Yeah, I know. That's why
Luckily-
you wanted to get out of it. So
Luckily,
Yeah.
we have a former stage manager here in this studio that can help out with that.
Perfect.
Currently hiding behind his ASU and I'm from New York counter.
nice try.
No comment from Patrick this time.
You know what? I will clean it up. That's
Uh-oh.
actually, according to Sean, I'm only responsible for things in bowl, and this is not in bowl. So
There you go.
The chips are in a bowl.
The chips were in the bowl, and now most
Here
of
we
them
go,
aren't.
Kopi.
That could have gone south very
2
quickly.
minutes. 2 minutes left. Got to get it going here.
I realize this is a high stakes moment in the game, but I feel compelled to tell you that I cleaned my entire home right before I came here.
Wow.
And felt so good.
Yeah.
Full sweep, full vacuum,
Come
Swiffer
on.
after.
Oh, what the heck was that?
So this is
Is it giving you
know.
anxiety?
Yeah.
it's
Now that
affecting
you have
me,
just
especially now that I'm so aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually texted my husband and said, when you get home from work, don't be gross. I cleaned everything. So, and he agreed,
He agreed. I won't be gross.
which is funny because he's such a cleanly person.
Man,
but I was like,
Arvidsson
no
is taking
shoes.
a beating in front of the net right now. I feel like every time they put the puck to the net, Arvidsson's getting taking a hit. Nice. Skinner's been good, man.
He's been very good.
Probably get a timeout here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point,
Jared, how much time is left?
103. I can't believe Arvidsson
that
lost
looked like
the
a
puck
good
there.
chance.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's getting beat up in there.
I know. He's just taking
Finally, the
cross
one-
checks to the
Oh,
ribs, man.
Yeah, I think he might have blocked that shot inadvertently.
Well, he got pushed over. That's why.
Yeah. And the one time he gets that chance in front, yeah. It's a tough break. The shots are 32-19 LA.
That's a good sign.
Man,
One's
know-
got to go, right?
Yeah, I know
Well,
that you
one
don't
went.
want
That's the problem.
One
Only
more.
one.
Yeah. Let's
I
go
know
with
that you
one.
don't want to look at the shots and just let that, tell you how the entire game went. But I don't think the Kings have played a very bad game. Like I think
No.
they've
No.
I don't think they're totally getting goalied, as some people say. I don't think they're getting goalied by Skinner, but I think that he's played very well. And he's got to be one of the 3 stars if this score holds.
Speaking of Skinner, what do you think of the mustache?
I feel like it's not great, but he's had the mustache for so long.
Yeah.
And he's
It's a
had
staple.
He's also like when playoff time comes around, Stuart Skinner still has the full beard, but the
Yeah.
mustache is even more prominent.
Right.
And at that point, I'm just like, a guy looks like a Wild West outlaw.
Yeah.
And I'm in on
An
it.
outlaw.
I like
That's
it.
a good call.
I
yeah.
like it.
I don't mind a mustache. I think it suits people that are willing to rock it. I feel like
How'd it go out?
tend to rock it.
Arvidsson, new
Arvidsson
stick.
broke his stick, yeah.
He said, a new stick. He didn't.
It-
Just
he-
kind of.
he-
He's finished it off.
Yeah.
It was cracked a little bit already.
We got 58 seconds.
When they play this song at games, it's just immediate.
It's energy.
Yeah. Jim's talking about the face-offs.
Oh,
Oh!
all right.
Icing. Yeah, Jim was just saying that all these, with the way that these last couple of minutes have gone all in front of Stuart Skinner, the Oilers have just won all the face-offs. A lot of big draws.
Oh man.
Oh. And barely, too. Just right off the side of the net. Yeah, there's
Another face-off
another
win for
face-off
Edmonton.
win.
This one might be it.
Yeah.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I couldn't sit here right now and tell you if the face-offs like led to any of the other goals in the game, but these last couple minutes, obviously, the Kings didn't win any draws, and sometimes that can bite you.
Yeah.
Another hypothetical here. Do you
Yep.
think you could pull off an empty net goal?
I think I could.
Yeah.
I think I could.
As a goalie?
No. Well, sure.
As a skater, yeah.
Yeah.
As a goalie, probably not.
That'd be
Have
tough.
you seen that before?
No, I've
when
never
the-
seen it
when the goalie
live. I
pulls
mean,
it
I've
off?
seen the highlights online, right? But never been at a game where a goalie scored.
Osgood did it once in Detroit, and it was
Oh, it's electric.
thrilling.
Whatever
Yeah.
happens. Well, Kings have a couple more important games on this road trip
Yeah.
coming up. They've got Calgary coming up. It is tough, though, because they had some time to prepare for this one. You know, they were in Vancouver for a couple extra days getting ready, and Oilers are tough.
Wah, wah.
They're a good team. Kings still, I know we saw those standings earlier. Kings going down to the second wild card spot, but they've still got a game in hand over Vegas, so obviously that's a big one, especially this late in the season. So didn't go well tonight.
Still time to solidify their position spot.
Yeah.
Postseason spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, when you look at those teams, even the Oilers, like the Kings are only 3 points behind the Oilers tonight. So the Oilers, Vegas, and the Kings are all still really 2, 3, and 4 in the division are all still real tight. So we're getting to that point where still Kings haven't clinched, but really anything can change right there.
Yeah. Rough game, but I had fun hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
And I will certainly be watching April 9th when Mikey and Kayla are in the house.
Yep. Hopefully they talk about us as much as we talked about them.
I think they should.
They'll have plenty of time to.
Yes, they'll have a few hours. The two of them, and Anna Connolly. So hopefully they'll all talk about how much Jared and I don't like grape soda. And did you say you liked grape soda?
No, absolutely
Oh, thank
not.
goodness.
Yeah.
So all three of us
No.
don't like grape soda.
Right.
Good.
We'll
so-
take that.
Glad
up.
we got something out of tonight.
Yeah.
So the takeaway is that there's still time for the Kings. Still a lot of hockey left, and nobody likes grape soda except for Mikey Alexander. But other than that, that game on the 9th should certainly be
Rivalry.
a good one.
Another rivalry.
Yeah. Freeway face-off, Kings and Ducks. I know we're wrapping up, but
fun.
where can everybody find you guys on social media?
Yeah. At Laura Allemon, that's me.
Getting a lot of Kings talk on that account, I'm sure.
At it, yeah.
If you
You know,
follow
you'd
it.
be surprised. The Ice Crew draws some diehard fans to your
Oh, yeah.
Instagram. So there's an occasional
Good.
Kings. Yeah, it's good. What about you?
I'm on X, Twitter,
Yep.
at Shafrain, SHAFREIGN.
There it is.
Get all the Kings and Rain content over
Yep.
there.
A lot of rain content.
Yeah, lot of Rain
A
content.
little bit of Kings, a little bit of some other stuff, but mostly rain.
Yep. You can find me also on X, Twitter, Josh Schaefer, PXP. Obviously, Shaff and I will have all the Rain content there too. So,
Josh is heating up his Dodgers talk too. If you're a Dodgers fan,
oh yeah, opening day, big win. I guess opening day number 2 today, big win. But yeah, still. We've got the Kings, we've got the Rain. Teams are still heating up. Playoff push is coming. So thanks again for tuning into the first ever LA Kings watch along. Again, April 9th, Mikey, Kayla, and Anna Connolly will all be live here in El Segundo in the LA Kings studio for Kings and Ducks in the Freeway Face-Off. I
That'll be
believe
a
that's
fun
the
one.
final meeting of the season between the Kings and the Ducks. So make sure you check that out right here on the Kings YouTube page, and they will see you guys next time. Thanks for coming along with us.
thanks everybody.
We'll see ya.